Check, 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 microphone checker. Check, 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 microphone checker. What up, everybody? You know where you're at. Right here in the best crypto and Web3 community. IHodlLife, this is our holiday special today, so thank you for joining in, all you early birds. We're just getting going. Calvin Hill just joined, which is not the real Calvin Hill. So anyone getting messages from Calvin Hill, just remember that that is not the real Calvin Hill. And if any of my moderators are already in the room, please feel free to kick out Calvin Hill. Because we know it's not the real Calvin Hill. We know it's a fake one who's going to try to message community members. So remember, community members, if someone's messaging you, helping you, assisting you, guiding you, showing you, they're scamming you, make sure to block them immediately. What up, Nene Lynn? Shout out to Nene joining in today on our holiday special. What up, Dracula? Big shout out to Dracula joining in today on our holiday special. What up, Kiara? What do you prefer, Kiara or Kiara? I think Kiara. That's what I'm going to roll with, so I hope that's the right one. What up, Kiara, and welcome to our holiday special. Dano, I see you out there, buddy. Welcome to our holiday special. Jose Vega Sr., what up, buddy? I hope you're having a wonderful holidays, and welcome to our holiday special right here in the IHodlLife community. I'm doing wonderful. For all of you asking how I'm doing absolutely, that's how well I'm doing. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. So I hope all you guys are doing wonderful too. Brix is right onto it. Brix is like, screw the small talk, screw waiting for anyone else to join in. What's going on with Flare Networks? Well, Brix, let me tell you, this is a holiday special. Today, you guys can ask me anything. Today, I'm going to answer all kinds of questions that I normally would avoid or not answer. So if you have burning questions you want to ask me, today is the day to do it. This is our holiday special. IHodlLife Live, ask me anything. So Brix, what do I think of the Flare Networks? The Flare Networks is fantastic for many reasons. Number one, it works closely with the XRP setup, the XRPL ledger, and the XRP assets, which we all know is going to be a backbone of our new infrastructure for our new financial system. The other great thing about Flare Networks is its speed and agility. It's an extremely secure network, and it also has its own Oracle system built in, which means the Flare Network can work with other blockchains and other DLTs and other cryptos without needing an intermediary such as a Quant or a Chainlink or an XYO or an API 13. They don't need those kinds of things. They have their own Oracle system built in that gives them the communication capabilities to communicate data and transactions with other blockchains, which makes Flare Network actually very unique. It's one of the few blockchains that can do that. And I see really, really great things for Flare in the future, especially this bull run, because they just released pretty much 2021, 2022, 2023 was the world of, hey, here we are, we're Flare, now we're out here. And I think there's a lot of opportunity to capitalize on this new, young protocol called Flare. Samir Samsam, what up, buddy? How are you doing out there? I hope you're having a great day and a wonderful holidays. User 434-367-1615383. What up, buddy? I hope you're having a fantastic holiday season. Dano, what up, buddy? I see you out there as well. Shout out to Dano. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Mickey Finn, I see you out there also. Big shout out to Mickey Finn. Happy holidays to you. Gray Suit Surfer, I see you out there. Just remember who I am. So don't be gray suit surfing around where you shouldn't be. You know I'm just messing with you. What up, Gray Suit Surfer? I hope that I was relating you to the Silver Surfer. You know, you're like, yeah, I already knew that. You didn't need to explain it, Tristan. Come on. Anyway, Gray Suit Surfer, I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic holiday season. Michaelakapala 739 says compliments of the season. Well, compliments right back to you. You just tuned in to the greatest live that there is on TikTok. Jay Marshall says it's working. Hey, that's fantastic. I don't know what is working, but whatever is working. Man, I'm glad it's working for you. Check 1, 2, 3. Yes, I think you guys can hear me okay. Check. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Dracula, for sharing the live. I encourage everyone in the room to share the live also. Tap that screen and share the live. We want to get a lot of screen tapping today, guys. Let's get our numbers up big today. This is our holiday special. Let's show all the newbies, all the new people in the sitting room in the holidays that are going to tune in today, what we do here in the IHodlLife community, how much we rock out. Tony, welcome. Thank you for your love. Dan P starts off the questions and says, what size shoe are you? Well, it actually depends on the shoe. I have a very wide foot. So my actual length of my foot, I would have to say is about a 9.5, but I generally wear a size 10 because I find most 9.5s are too tight unless it happens to be a wide design of the shoe, which is not always. So I hope that was right on point with my shoe size. Feel free to send me some Superman shoes. In fact, I already have Superman shoes. I swear to God, I do. Our gold. Ryan, what up, guys? How you guys doing out there? Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I encourage you to become subscribers. Okay, so it was Kiara. All right, Kiara. That's how we're going to rock it from now on. It's not Kyara. What was I thinking anyway? Of course it's Kiara. Mr. Denali, showing up oversized. What up, buddy? I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Dan P with another question. Am I single? Well, that depends on how cute she is. Ha! You think I'm joking. Don't use Gemini, says Chris. What up, Chris? Shout out, buddy. Hope you're having a great holiday season. He says, don't use Gemini. They have stopped me from transferring my crypto to my wallet for the last 2 weeks. Well, don't be surprised, everyone. This is going on with multiple exchanges all over the place. There's all kinds of regulatory pressure happening right now, and exchanges left, right, and center are getting scared, shriveling up, and they're doing what I call a liquidity scam. They're basically offering customers the ability to buy cryptocurrency on their exchange, but they're not allowing the customers to remove the cryptocurrency off of their exchange, which means they're retaining the liquidity. Why? Because they know the bull run's coming. But that doesn't mean anything for the average investor. Go get your own liquidity somewhere else, Mr. Exchange. I think it's not fair for the average person. If I put my money on your exchange, you should allow me to move my asset off your exchange immediately. And any exchanges that don't, you can expect me to poop on you right here in the IHodlLife community. B&V says, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And the answer to this is very simple. He would chuck as much wood as you requested him to chuck for you. Will the BRICS nations use XRP? It's possible. Nobody knows if they will for sure, but they're definitely going to use digital currencies. They could potentially just use the digital yuan, which has already been out for multiple years, and a lot of people don't even know. So there's multiple possibilities. Habib. Habib gives me the first genuine laugh of the day. Habib, you're funny. I hope you're having a wonderful holidays. Flare, Mr. Denali, Flare, Flare. And yes, I think their ticker symbol is FLR, yeah. Will Bonk pump again? Yes, when the bull run occurs, Bonk will pump again. But for now, it already had a huge surge over the last, 30 to 45 days. So it's very natural for it to have its pullback pressure, which is funny because usually when it's surging, people are buying. And then when it has pullback pressure, they're selling. If I could just stamp patience on them and help them to understand that you only buy when it goes down, chill when it's going up. Be happy with what you have when it's going up and buy when it's going down. But anyway, thanks, Hollywood. I see you out there. Big shout out to Hollywood. And happy holidays to you too, brother. Is it a good time to invest in bonk? Well, the answer to that, IRI, is it's a good time to redo your subscription because I see that it has now run out. But I can't really say that investing in bonk is or is not a good idea because I don't offer financial advice. But I myself, I think it's a great time to continue grabbing bonk. I think it's had its surge. It's now starting to pull back, which is a great time to accumulate more, and it's going to continue to surge again as we approach through the new bull run. That's just what I think and what I would do. Thank you, Alpt20. Happy holidays to me and my family. Well, happy holidays to you guys in the IHodlLife community and your families. And thank you for tuning in. And I encourage you guys to become subscribers. We do drop IHodlLife subscriber-only lives. And oh boy, are they the deepest crypto alpha that you can get your hands on. Urban, what up, buddy? Thank you for the fire. Yeah, baby, we on fire right here in the IHodlLife community. And that's you guys. Will ETF cause a dump? No. ETF will actually pump the crypto space, but it won't happen as quickly as you think. The ETF will get approved, and then it's going to take a period of time for the asset managers to say, okay, all you investors or people who have money in our asset firm, we're going to now take a percentage of the money, we're going to move it over into here, just so you're aware now. So there's going to be a process of that, and certain investors will be opting in right away. Other investors will be sitting back to wait to see what happens, and then they'll be opting in later. So it'll be a staggered effect, probably over the course of 1 to 2 years, probably the length of the bull run, that we'll see that kind of pumping through. I don't anticipate tomorrow is the day that the ETF is approved and then the next day, woohoo, we're all millionaires. Like, it's not going to happen that way. But we will start to see an additional pump to the upcoming bull run that normally would not be there had we not had approved ETFs, which I believe are going to get approved as we approach probably mid to the end of January. And with the bull run beginning in April, that's really perfect timing for the ETFs to get approved. However, you guys know that I've said it before. I believe that the whole ETF getting approved is going to be another letdown in January when they say it's going to be approved. And I think they're doing it's going to get approved, let it down, no, it didn't. We're going to get approved, let it down, no, it didn't. They're going to keep playing this game for a psychological purpose of making you think you shouldn't get into the crypto space. Because what's going to happen is as soon as they approve the ETF, everyone's going to get into the crypto space. They don't want everyone to do that right before the bull run happens. So they're likely not going to officially approve the ETFs or make public announcement of it, I would think, until we hit 2025. Until the bull run has already occurred, it's 2024 spike, it's come back down, we've now hit the 2025 spike, then they're going to approve the Bitcoin ETFs, everyone's going to put their money in and drop out. Now, the only other reason I would think that they would approve the ETFs first is to gain confidence from their investors, which means they cause a war in January, television this, television that, distract the fuck out of everyone, while in the background, they do approve the ETF in January and they let all the investor money get in just before the bull run pops off. So that the big investment firms like BlackRock and Grayscale and all these huge mega corporations can then turn around to their investors and be like, see everyone, look at how much money we made you in this new crypto opportunity, because they will understand the 4-year cycle. Of course they will, they're asset managers. Or at least we hope that they do. So I believe that the ETF is actually going to cause a pump, but it's not going to be an instantaneous one. It's going to be a staggering growth. I would even say just a steady growth of money flowing into the crypto space and the crypto space just not relenting back again. And that time is coming very near. I encourage all of you to start paying attention before it's too late. Once again, I don't offer financial advice. I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. What up, G-Paw? What up, Tanya Marie? I see you laughing at me, Tanya. Feel free to become an IHodlLife subscriber, and you can laugh at me more often. What does the SEC deadline for ETF mean? Absolutely nothing but another letdown for you. That's what it means, because the SEC doesn't mean shit. They have no authority in the crypto space. If you remember going all the way back to the XRP problem, Judge Torres already said to the SEC, you don't really have regulatory power in this sector. There isn't really a purposeful or a purpose-designed regulatory factor in this. Governments are individually working on it on themselves. So really, the SEC doesn't have a power. The SEC is nothing more than a TV show for all of you to watch to get your emotions going so you don't act properly. So you miss the greatest opportunity of investing ever. That's what's really going on. The SEC is just a bunch of puppets jumping around trying to scare the shit out of you. Oh, we're going to sue XRP. Why? Because you should be buying fucking XRP. Oh, we're going to sue Algo. Why? Because you should be buying some fucking Algo and other ISO coins. Oh, we're going to sue these guys. We're going to sue these guys. Likely because of two reasons. Number one, it's new money and they're trying to get a chunk of their money, because if you really do your research, you'll see that the SEC never wins a case. Never. They always settle. Settle means they put so much pressure on a company that the company's going to go broke and fail if they don't just say, okay, fine, you relentless fuck. How much money do we have to pay you to fuck off? That's what they do. And then they agree on an amount of money. They settle, and the SEC fucks off and goes and chases somebody else like a bulldog. That's what the SEC does. And the SEC is really supposed to be there to protect the individual investor. The people like you and me who go on cryptocurrency, we want to buy some tokens or some coins, and we're buy some fake cryptocurrency because someone made it up on DEX tools or somebody made it up on the Binance blockchain, and it's not even a real crypto. It's a copycat of another crypto. But the SEC is not blocking any of that, stopping any of those, controlling or moderating any of that. They're just going after the big companies that are doing really great things in the crypto space, who are creating new money, new opportunity, just like they went after Tesla back in the day, just like they went after Google back in the day, just like they went after Apple back in the day. Go ahead and do your own research. Those are all companies that the SEC sued. Why? Because they created new money, new technology, new opportunity, and SEC needed to get their settlement. Again, also to scare all of the public away from investing in those which were now, as we can see, some of the greatest investment opportunities of the past 25 years. Same thing is happening right now. The second the SEC sues someone, you better be going to look at buying that crypto, find out who they are, what they're doing, and what they're going on with. It's like a clear indicator. It's almost the exact opposite. So what the SEC does or says or deadlines or anything is just a TV show, a bunch of bullshit. You need to look past that. The SEC truthfully has no power in the crypto space. What up, Tango Master? Welcome for joining in. The goofy hat dude with no name says, who's that behind you? Oh, that's just my guardian angel, chilling, looking over me. Am I familiar with a Titan? Bro, I am a Titan. What up, Sinella? Thanks for joining in. Happy holidays. Thank you for tuning in to our IHodlLife holiday special. Happy Life products. Shout out to you also in this holiday season. Thanks for tuning in to our Ask Me Anything holiday special. She says, what up, Superman? Thank you. Thank you. Happy holidays to Urban Tech Geek. Welcome and thank you for joining in to our holiday special today. Holiday special means, guys, you can ask me anything, but I will remind you, there's going to be so many comments that I'm going to be way behind. So if you ask comments, understand that I'm way behind. It's going to take me 20 minutes to get to your comment. So ask it and then chill for 20 minutes. Okay, I'm just warning you, everyone. I'll try to get through them as quick as I can. Why is Binance not having USD anymore? Well, I anticipate in 2025 Binance will crash, and it will be the cause of the next bear market. Just like FTX was the cause of the last bear market. No, it wasn't. It was a fucking bear market. It just happened to be an exchange crashed right at the time when the peak ended and we were going into the bear market again. And they'll do the same thing this 2025 at the peak of the bull run. Just as we're about to go down into the bear market, something huge like Binance will crash, and that'll be the reason why we go into a 3-year bear market, because everyone's so fucking stupid and sheeple and they're just going to believe that, oh my God, crypto's a bad thing again? While all the other investor money pour all their money in between 2026, 2027, 2028, and then boom, we hit another 2029 bull run, and the rest of the world is still barely just getting caught on. This is how all the big corporations get all into the new tech before everybody else pays attention. They'll media you one way while they act and operate another way. So you can expect a big crash coming from Binance, in my opinion, this 2025. What do I think XRP will reach this bull run? I think it'll hit between $6 to $10. or it will go bonkers and it'll hit about $60. When does XRP go live? Well, XRP has technically gone live already. It's just the liquidity on the XRPL ledger using XRP as the asset has not gone live. And I anticipate we're going to see that as we approach this 2024, 2025. I think if you are not holding XRP in your bag, you're going to miss a very big boat. I will say it. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. More people in the world will buy XRP at $1,000 than they are buying it today at $1. I'll say it one more time for everyone in the nosebleed section. More people in the world will buy XRP at $1,000 per coin than people will buy it at $1 per coin. Tristan, right here in the IHodlLife community. Yes, Uphold, it's important for you guys to know out there in the crypto space, Uphold is going to be delisting a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies. I will remind you again, get your crypto off exchanges, buy your crypto, get it off the exchanges. Unfortunately, right now, some exchanges you're buying the crypto and they're not letting you take it off. Try to find an exchange that will let you, but this is going to be a battle, guys. I called this about 3 years ago. I said in the future, we're going to come a time when it's going to be very difficult for us to access crypto. All the exchanges are going to be working against us as the individual, and it's going to be very hard for us to get our hands on the crypto. And it's all a trickle-down effect from elite at the top running and controlling the financial system, making maneuvers that the average young everyday individual can't get their hands on the greatest asset opportunities in the history of mankind. The same way that they do it with the traditional financial system, they only let the normal people get in at IPO time, initial public offering, initial idiot offering. All the other guys are all cashing out their millions already who got in at the right time. Cryptocurrency has changed that game, so they're trying to build their own structure now behind it. And as we approach the next two bull runs, this 2024, 2025 bull run and the 2028, 2029 bull run, we will experience a very big tightening of trying to get our hands on crypto. I encourage you to stack your assets now. Once again, I do not offer financial advice. What do I think about Gala? What do I think of Quant pumping? Well, Quant has barely pumped. It basically just woke up and said good morning. It hasn't pumped yet. You guys, you'll know a pump when you see a pump, Habib. When you see 300, 400, 600, 1,000%, you'll know you're seeing a pump. For everyone out there, don't forget to tap that screen. We've got 8.9 thousand likes. Let's get those likes way up there today. Feel free to tap that screen if you love my content. If I answer your question and you like my answer, then feel free to double tap that screen and share the live. For anyone who doesn't know already, my name is Tristan. I am the founder and CEO of IHodlLife, your go-to place for everything cryptocurrency. The world's first cryptocurrency. Look at that. We are backwards. Let's get this screen changed. Let's get this screen changed. There we go, people. Now I'm backwards and you can see me properly. Boom, shakalaka. IHodlLife.com. There you are. The best cryptocurrency brand on the planet. The world's first cryptocurrency brand. Keep in mind, we will be dropping our world's first cryptocurrency branded clothing line this 2025. So make sure you're following along. But in the meantime, you can get the best cryptocurrency alpha right here in the IHodlLife community. So make sure you're following along, and for better results, make sure you are subscribed. What can I do for my 14 and 18-year-old niece and nephew? What advice should I give them? The advice I would recommend that you give them is that you invite them to the crypto space. Invite them out to one of my lives. See if it connects with them. See if it clicks or if it registers. It's very difficult to listen to mom tell me about how I should plan my future. It's difficult. Mom doesn't know anything. She's just mom, even though she really fucking knows everything. But anyway, they don't see it that way. Their perception is different. So they almost need an outside source to tell them. So my encouragement to all of you with children or loved ones that you wish to bring into the crypto opportunity is don't try to convince them. Just bring them to the opportunity and let them see it themselves. Let them observe it. Let them hear someone like me or someone else who's a real professional in the space talk about crypto, blockchain, DLT, its use case, its purpose, its world adoption, and why it's so absolute necessary. And then it clicks in the brain. When people understand it, they no longer fear it. It's not understanding it that causes people to fear something. Can Corium be transferred through the XRP ledger? Yes, Corium is on the XRP ledger. Is there going to be a pullback? Yes, I already told you guys we're going to see some days up, some days down. Oh, it's a perfect example today. It's a great Boxing Day today. A ton of cryptos right now are between 5 to 12% down. That's a nice little dip. It's a great day to accumulate more. It's not a day to think, oh no, the crypto's going down. What about the bull run? It's a great day to think, yes, I can grab a little bit more right now. Instead of going shopping for Boxing Day for shit I don't need, I can put a couple bucks here into these cryptos that have gone down a few dollars, and then I can have patience through 2024, all the way maybe till 2025. So that my $30 that I was going to go blow on something at the store that I decided to put into crypto on Boxing Day instead became $3,000 instead of $30. For anyone in the nosebleed section paying attention. Equine Jules, what up and happy holidays. Equine Jules is a IHodlLife subscriber, and they say that the subscriber lives are worth every dollar. So for everyone out there, I encourage you to become a subscriber of IHodlLife. Just hit the little white star at the very bottom of the screen and become a subscriber yourself. Richard's brother says, Richard Hart is your god, but in truth, Richard Hart's a fucking buffoon. That's what he is. Richard's brother, feel free to go tell your brother that I think he's a buffoon. Tell him to lay off the whiskey when he's doing his videos. Pulse chain is crap. Yeah, Hex is also crap. Pulse swap is also crap. Crap on top of crap on top of crap. If anyone's looking for an outhouse full of crap, well, there it is for you. Green Fig says, is this live instead of Sunday? Well, I guess it is. I guess it is instead of Sunday because I wasn't available Sunday and I am available today. So I suppose it is. It's our weekend or week IHodlLife special for our holiday season. How's that sound? You know what? You can call it whatever you want. Here I am talking crypto. What up, T. Carroll? I've already given you too many deals, buddy. That's all there is. And I know you can't move your crypto from some of your sites, some of your ledgers, some of your places. I know that. The crypto space is in a difficult position right now. Thanks, Bri. I see you out there. Bri, if you take a look at our people in the room, there's a Calvin Hill I saw join the room. We obviously know he's a fake Calvin Hill, so if you see him in the community, feel free to give him a boot. Thank you, Bri. What about Quant? Says Geo Car. Well, what about Quant? Quant is fantastic. Salah gives me some roses. That's a lot of roses, dude. But you know what? I don't need your roses. I honestly don't need your roses. Just tap the screen. Let's get those likes up. The more likes we get, the more my TikTok shows on the algorithm of TikTok, the more my live gets shown on other people's For You pages, and the more people sitting at home on their holidays flipping through their phone are going to be like, whoa, what the hell is Superman talking about? So save your gift, save your flowers, save your roses, give them to the women you love, or the men you love, I guess. Anyway, and just tap the screen and let's get those likes. Let's get those likes all the way up. Thanks everyone who takes part. There we go. Calvin D. Hills 2.0 followed the live creator. Please block Calvin D. Hills 2.0. We already know that's a scammer. You know, you guys are getting so lame that I can tell you're scammers by your names. Like, fuck. XRP at $10 would be a bigger market cap than Bitcoin. Really, says Crystal Clear. You know what I'm going to say, guys. Market cap, market cap. But what does that mean for the market cap? But the market cap says... Market cap is not relevant. Market cap is a changing number. Market cap is only a current statistic based on its current Right now is information. Tomorrow, more money pours into it, market cap changes. More money pours into it, market cap changes. Market cap is irrelevant. It's only a current statistic for a current understanding of the actual tokenomics or understanding of the value of the tokenomics. But it has nothing to do with the actual future and potential value of the asset itself. Think about this for a minute. The cryptocurrency market has $1 trillion, approximately, it's about 1.3, but we'll call it $1 trillion market cap. In the last bull run, 2021, in 30 days, we went from 1 trillion to 2 trillion. And then in the bear market, we went back to 1 trillion. So we doubled the cryptocurrency space. And millionaires were made in the bull run because there was that much growth just by doubling the market cap. Okay. Now we're going to get ETFs approved. One institution like BlackRock could bring 5, 6, 7, 8 trillion dollars into crypto. Just them. They're one asset manager. Silvergate Capital could bring in another 7 million. Wells Fargo could bring in another 8 trillion. And when the list goes on, and I start naming all the large asset managers in the world who are applying for these, Grayscale, on top of independent owners such as MicroStrategy, when you start adding all of these numbers up, there's trillions of dollars that are going to come into the crypto space over the next 4 to 8 year window. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 or 3 trillion. I'm talking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 100 trillion. If BlackRock only brings in 7 million, or 7 trillion, sorry, with a T, and Grayscale only brings in 5 trillion, and then Silvergate Capital only brings in 8 trillion, and we haven't even talked tokenization yet. We haven't tokenized fuck all. For anyone who doesn't know what tokenization is, you better stick around. We haven't done any tokenization yet. We're just talking about asset management. And we're already at what? 10, 20, 30 trillion dollars? Okay, let's be fair. It doesn't all go on XRP. It doesn't all go on the XRPL ledger. Fair enough. It's diversified across 20 or 30 of the top blockchains out there. The cryptocurrency market is still going to go from a $1 trillion market cap to a 30, 40, 50 trillion dollar market cap in the next 4 to 8 year window, regardless. And that's just ETFs, everyone. That's not even the general public. That's not even the baby boomers. And I got news for everyone who doesn't know how money in the world works. There's more money sitting in the possession of the baby boomers of the world right now than anywhere else in the planet. Does anyone else know that? That means all the baby boomer age, their collective value, when that goes into the crypto space, we're going to see hundreds of quadrillions of value moved into the crypto space. I'm not talking about their bank accounts. When we include tokenization, it's going to include their value, their asset value, not just their money, not just their bank account. It's going to include the value of their house, the value of the car, the value of their ownership, the value of their assets. It's going to be calculated differently than just their bank account the way that you see it now. There's so much value that is going to go into the crypto space. For all of you who don't understand market cap, you need to wrap your head around the understanding that market cap is a changing number. And crypto will, mark my words, will, in the next 4 to 8 year window, over the next 1 to 2 bull runs, will surpass a $50 trillion market cap. The ETFs alone will cause that, let alone the whole world saying, what? ETFs, management firms, big companies all going into crypto? Well, I guess it's okay for me to put a little bit of my asset portfolio into the crypto as well. And this is where the general public starts, and cryptocurrency no longer goes through a volatile 4-year cycle, and it changes into a J curve of adoption. And even Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock himself, has said we are about to approach the J curve of adoption of cryptocurrency. And this is exactly why. It's all about the money flow. But market cap. What do I think about C or say? I think say is fantastic. Fake.false2 says fairy tales. Fake.false, dude, your profile says fake.false. You're a fairy tale. Oh, that's so funny. Great job, Robert. Atlanta, it sounds like you are fairly diversified in the crypto space. Do I see XRP going to 1,000? Of course I do. The same way that if you go back to 2009, 2010, 2011, and you told anyone that Bitcoin was going to go to $10, they'd laugh at you. If you told anyone at that time that Bitcoin would go to $100, they'd call you a fucking lunatic. And if you told anyone that Bitcoin would go to $1,000, they'd say you should probably go to an insane asylum, dude. You have no idea what you're talking about. But truth be told, it's the opposite side of the world that has no fucking clue what they're talking about because they're so sheeple. And that's the truth. The reality is XRP will go to $10. It will go to $50. It will go to $100. It will go to $1,000. And it will likely go higher than that, the same way that Bitcoin has done the same. XRP has a much more massive utility. And don't give me but they have 100 billion tokens and Bitcoin only has 21 million. I understand that. But the use case of XRP is like 1 trillion times more valuable than the use case of Bitcoin's store of value. And Bitcoin will eventually reach $1 million per coin. One Bitcoin will be worth $1 million in the future, as many things in the future become pegged to it because of its finite source. And XRP will be used as its own derivatives market for the world, which means its value is almost hard to fathom. You know, to think about a couple $100 XRP and its market cap, it's actually a joke. When you look at when we start talking tokenization, when we start talking the value of the world, which goes into the quadrillions of dollars. For everyone out there talking market cap, quadrillions of dollars. When we start talking world of value and tokenization, I mean, it's insane where these things are going. For everyone who's in early, grabbing onto these assets, you're all going to price yourself out eventually, but you're all still going to make bank along the way. Crystal Clear says XRP won't go any higher than 88 cents. Well, keep that in mind, Crystal Clear. When you don't own anyone, and everyone else is getting rich on the asset. Where is Solana going? That's where Solana's going, and all the new stuff built on its ecosystem. For everyone out there who does not know who Solana is, I encourage you to pay attention. Everything that Ethereum wishes it was. What is my review on Shiba? Shiba is the best cryptocurrency coin on the market. Itself, because XRP is meant for bankers, and XLM is meant for swapping for people. The Shiba coin, because Ethereum is what it is, Shiba coin is probably the best payment system. And you're going to see all kinds of people all around the world, all kinds of businesses accepting Shiba Inu as payment for their products and services alongside currency itself, which is why I say Shiba is like a currency. What do I think of Bonk? I think Bonk is fantastic. It's the first meme coin on the Solana blockchain. I called it out about 6 months ago. And for all the people who got into it 6 months ago, when I called it out, you've already made over 1,500% on your money. And it's going to continue to pump. So there's going to be pull downs. There's going to be push ups. There's going to be pull downs. There's going to be push ups. But you have to back up and look at crypto in a bigger window. Stop looking at crypto over a few weeks or over a few months and start looking at it over 6 months, 8 months, 16 months, and suddenly you'll have a different view and understanding of how crypto works. And Uphold is currently only delisting in Canada, Bamboozle, but we saw that happen to Binance, delisted in Canada, and then shortly after delisted in the United States. In fact, Binance had to remove full operations in the United States not too long after. So it's very possible that the same thing might happen with Uphold. So either way, get your cryptocurrency off the exchanges and into your self-custody wallets. Layer 0 protocol, that actually is a new blockchain that came out called Layer 0, and they're pretty cool. They look pretty good so far. Will bonk 50 times? Yeah, I think so. I think it'll do more than 50 times. Would I invest more in Doge or XLM? Hands down, XLM is better. Hands down. It's okay to have a little bit of diversification, but hands down, XLM is better. Dogecoin is a meme coin that may or may not be adopted. XLM is part of the backbone of our new financial infrastructure. Holding XLM is like buying Apple stocks when they first came out. What do I think of Say? I think Say is great. It's a layer 1 protocol that just came out this year, 2023, and it hasn't had an opportunity to do anything yet. So just going into the bull run, brand new, hasn't had any pullback from the last bull run. I anticipate huge growth from this cryptocurrency blockchain. It's literally, again, it's like another Solana. It's everything ETH wishes it was. So it's super fast, super cheap, super operational, super high capability of smart contracts built on top of it. So I guess we're going to see some big ecosystem built on this blockchain as we approach the next 12 to 24 months. Do I have a black eye? No, I don't, Board Bob, but feel free to come give me one. Am I asthma because I take your breath away? Very close. Very close. And you're not the first person to tell me that. Happy Life Product says, there's a lot more men buying crypto than women. So let's go, women, let's buy some crypto. That's funny. Is your father a baker because you're a cutie pie? Woohoo! Thank you. Big love. Is your name Pfizer because you made my heart stop? Ha ha, ba-dum-bunch. How can you buy Quorium? Well, you can buy Quorium on some cryptocurrency exchanges. It seems very difficult to get a hold of right now, but you can buy it on BitTrue right now. I believe you can buy it on Uphold, but neither exchange will allow you to remove it off their exchange. No. For all those exchanges out there not letting us take our crypto off. What crypto am I accumulating? I'm accumulating quite a few cryptos. Thoughts on Solana Saga? I think the phone is junk, but I think getting the phone and getting 40 million bonk or whatever you get with it for free is a great idea. There is an attestament right there to how valuable bonk's going to be in the future. When you can buy a new Solana phone, and what does it come with? It doesn't come with Solana, it doesn't come with Star Atlas, it doesn't come with Orca, it doesn't come with Radium, it doesn't come with anything else that's great built on top of the Solana network. It comes with bonk. That means the Solana Foundation themselves is very happy with their bonk meme coin. What are my thoughts on Kaspa? I like Kaspa. Kaspa is a great cryptocurrency. We will see how well it does this bull run. That's right, Mr. Denali, market cap is just a current snapshot. That's all it is. What's my opinion on SMT? Nah. What's my opinion on Demo? Nah. What's my opinion on Alf? Nah. What's my opinion on Honey? Nah. Energia Positiva, where the hell are you hanging out in the crypto space that you are researching all this crap? Seriously. You need to check your surroundings. You need to check your community. All of those cryptos I would call junk. That doesn't mean that they're all junk. I would just put them in the junk file. Anchor is a really great protocol. Tana's ready for the bull run. Fantastic. Great job for everyone out there who's ready for the bull run, for everyone who understands that we're now at the staircasing at the base of the actual bear market, and that we're going to start seeing some red days, but mostly we're going to start seeing green movement upward as we approach April 2024. And then we're going to hit the two mountains, which is our first spike in 2024. Late 2024, we'll see the decline. And then as we pass the curve of 2025, once again, February 2025, we will see the largest pump crypto has ever seen in history. Mate says the question is when? Well, mate, I hope you were just listening to what I just said. Explore with Sal says crypto is just a pump and dump, dude. Explore with Sal. The only reason you think that is because you don't really understand the technology behind crypto. You don't understand what elliptic curved cryptography is. You don't understand what DLT, distributed ledger technology is. You don't actually understand what an NFT, a non-fungible token versus a fungible coin or a token on the blockchain is, or what they represent, or how they become so valuable, or that they're even a real thing. So, and I can tell by your saying it's just a pump and dump, because it's definitely not. It's the new technology of our future. Our entire financial system is going to be run on top of the blockchain, whether it's XRP or XDC or XLM. We don't know exactly which one, but our entire banking and financial system is going to be run on crypto. So there's no crypto pump and dump, dude. That's only for people who are chasing all these garbage coins, trying to get the quick million fast and treating it like a casino. For the people who have real intelligence and real investment skills, they're looking at it as a long-term adoption. They understand it's the Wild West right now and everybody's launching their own crypto company, but they're going to see a narrowing of the best cryptocurrencies that will stand the test of time in the future and become the new platforms of our future. So it's definitely not a pump and dump. Explore with Sal. I would encourage you to explore more of my channel so that you do not foolishly miss the greatest opportunity in history. Brightside says, I left 2 questions and I'm a subscriber. Well, Brightside, I already answered, I think, both of your questions. Patience, people. Patience. There's hundreds of comments I haven't got to yet. What is my price prediction for Algorand? Well, I don't have an actual price prediction for Algorand, but I will tell you that I anticipate Algorand doing at least a 15 to 25 times this bull run. And I anticipate Algorand to be a long-term hold that you want to have forever. You don't want to let it go, just like XRP. All the ISO coins, you want to stack as many as you can and wish that you never have to sell them. And yes, that's true, Don. The first 100K is the hardest. Once you get your first 100K in crypto, if crypto is actually, it's not that hard to hit $1 million. If you can take $1,000 in crypto, you could even start with $10 if you wanted, but it would just take longer. But if you can muster up over the course of a whole year, let's call it a whole bear market, if over the course of 2 or 3 years you can muster up $1,000 and you go into a bull run with $1,000, you should be able to 10 times your money, which means you come dollars. You go be able to 10 times that again with $100,000. And once you come out again with $100,000, you then do it a third time and you come out with $1 million, 10 times in your money, 3 times starting with $1,000. And it's that possible to do it in the crypto space because the crypto space is so new right now. It's so opportune. What about dog? I think dog is for the dogs. Thoughts on Pulse Chain? Crap. Caspa? Fantastic. Solana? Fantastic. MEXC? Crap. Turbo? Bitcoin Spark? Alf? Nah. No, you didn't, Martin Kerr. Star Atlas, fantastic metaverse on the Solana blockchain. What's my opinion on HBAR? Great cryptocurrency, one of the best layer ones out there. It's not actually a blockchain, it's the world's first hash graph. Where can you store Caspa in Casper? You can store Casper in the Casper wallet. Caspa, nowhere, only on the exchange right now. The Solana phone is now crazy expensive, but the reason the Solana phone is expensive, think about this for a minute, everyone. Pay attention. The reason the Solana phone is expensive is not because the Solana phone is good. It's because they're giving away 40 or 50 million bonk if you get your hands on the phone. And they anticipate that the value of bonk is going to be worth so much that getting that much bonk is so valuable that that's why the price of the phone is so high. It has nothing to do with the value of the phone. Keep that in mind for anyone holding their bonk. That's okay, Sean. All kinds of crypto influencers out there will recommend cryptos that maybe I don't recommend. We all have different opinions. That doesn't mean that one crypto is good or bad. I might give you 10 cryptos that I think are meh, I don't like them, meh, poop, and they end up being good cryptos. And another influencer might give you 10 cryptos that like, meh, 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 and they end up being good. The crypto space is so juicy right now. There's so much opportunity that you almost have to pick your battles and pick which ones that you're interested in. So, a lot of the times, once again, I remind you guys, it's just my opinion on cryptos. But in my opinion, demo's not something that I'd be interested in. Not when I could go buy some quant. Not when I could just go buy some XRP. Not when I could just go buy some Aurora. Not when I could just go buy so much new opportunity that's coming out right now on the entire Solana blockchain. Lola Bridget, how many cryptos you invest in based on how much money you have invested. So your diversification is based on how much money you have in. Does Hedera have a future? Have you researched Hedera? That's right. SRC Contracting Reno says, book a course with me. You guys can hit the IHodlLife logo in the top corner and you can book training with me for all you newbies out there to learn how to get in on this opportunity now before we hit this bull run. Attaboy Danny got a whole bunch of bonk on day one, hasn't sold it since. He's making bank holding his bonk. Same with everyone else in the IHodlLife community that bought their bonk back when we first shouted it out. If you're not following along already, I encourage you to become a subscriber. What are my thoughts on the XRP hype? I think the XRP hype is a big scandal to scare you. It's a big scandal to be like, XRP, 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 let down. XRP, 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 let down. XRP, 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 let down. So everyone, even the XRP enthusiasts, eventually just get fed up and be like, fuck this, I'm just going to buy some Algorand and Quant. Like, fuck, man, I'm so frustrated. It frustrates the mind. There's billions of people in the world. There's less than 1%. Less than 1% of them that own XRP. You guys know the old term, the 1%, the rich 1%. Well, less than 1% owns XRP. I'll also tell you something else, everyone, that's very important. When it comes to investing in generational wealth opportunities, you can't have proof. You have to know before you know that you know. You have to know on your instinct. You have to suspect based on the knowledge that you've gathered and research you've done. You can't know for sure. For all of you out there waiting for the understanding of knowing for sure before they make a move, you'll be too late. That's what angel investing is. That's what big opportunity and risk and volatility with the opportunity is. This is why we research and we do our understanding of why we're buying an asset. We don't just buy it hoping it's going to go up, because then we see a 15% decline and we think we made the wrong decision and we sell it because we don't know what we're doing. For everyone who doesn't know what you're doing, I encourage you to book a training session with me. Bob needs to chill, says Caddy. Ease up, Bob. Ease up. How long until the new financial system starts using XRP, XLM? So what that really means is how long until XRP and XLM goes up in price. Just keep holding. I'm not going to give you any hopes and dreams of dates and times. Understand what they are for the new financial system, and you will understand that when doesn't matter. It only matters that you have some before it happens. What do I think about Pi Network? I currently mine Pi cryptocurrency. If you want to mine Pi cryptocurrency, you can find my link in my bio. George says, where are you from? I'm from the corner of your street, buddy. Oh yeah, I've been watching you, boy. In my opinion, should people be accumulating XLM and XRP? Hell yes. Hell yes. even though I know they won't research it, they won't understand why, and they'll price themselves out because their $1,000 will become $10,000 and they'll be like, woohoo, and take out their money. They won't really get the opportunity, but they'll still get some of it. Where am I from? I'm from Jamaica. Ask Bri. Bri gave it away by telling you to look at my hat. I'm obviously from Jamaica. Have I heard of Twinify? I have not. I don't really like Lobster Wallet myself, to be honest. It is safe to hold your XLM on Lobster Wallet, but I don't really like Lobster Wallet. I prefer to use offline SecUX Wallet. There you go. Chris says Caspa can be stored on Tangem Wallet, so that's great. That's the first plus I've seen for Tangem. What do I think of Holochain? Meh. In fact, I have to give Holochain credit, and I'll tell you why. Because Holochain is what spawned the birth of really great protocols like Avalanche. Holochain was the first cryptocurrency blockchain to come out to use multiple chains or side chains to diversify work on this blockchain, work on this blockchain, work on this blockchain, so that the main net was able to operate very quickly without getting congested. The main problem that Ethereum has. So Holochain was kind of the inventor of let's bring in multiple chains as one blockchain to make it operate seamlessly together. And now we see a protocol like Avalanche do that so well with their C chain and their mainnet. Absolutely perfect rendition of it. So you have to give Holochain credit for being one of the first innovators of it. But then you go and you look at something like Avalanche, and man, they killed it. Like they're going to be a massive blockchain in the future. And Holochain, I don't even know if they'll still be around in the future. Mba says, I value your opinion. Well, that's great. I hope that you become a subscriber to the IHodlLife community. Hit the little star at the bottom of the screen. I do sub-only lives, and that's when I tell you what I'm buying, when I'm buying, what I'm selling. So if you want the inside scoop of what I'm doing in the crypto space, make sure you become a subscriber. And you don't have to ask me if it's worth it. Ask the other people in the community who are already subscribers. Those are the people with the IHodl logo above their name. Anyone that has that little gold or orange IHodl logo above their name, that means they're a subscriber. You can ask them if the subscription is worth it. You're welcome, Mario. Is the update to Ledger a good or a bad idea? The only thing that's a good idea with a Ledger is to hit it with a hammer. That's the only good idea. Or maybe hit it 2 or 3 times to make sure it's broken before you go buy yourself a real cryptocurrency offline wallet. Danny says, nice to hear someone talking some sense when they talk crypto. Would you join my group? Well, I got news for you, Danny. We are a group, so how about you just come join us right here in the IHodlLife community? Feel free to bring your group to the IHodlLife community, and I highly encourage you to become a subscriber. What do I think about Jasmy? I think Jasmy is an interesting protocol, but there's just so many other protocols I'm much more interested in instead. Thanks, Brabia, for the roses. But feel free to tap that screen and show me your love. We've got 35,000 likes. Let's get those likes all the way up to 100K today, guys. Tap that screen if you like my content. If I say anything that you think that's cool, that makes sense, feel free to give me a reward back by dropping the info for tapping the screen with a little bit of love. That's how you give me likes. You tap the screen. How would I distribute 100K into crypto for the next bull run? 100K, I would probably diversify 100K into about 30 to 50 coins. What up, OpenEye? How you doing, buddy? Am I doing a subscriber only live tonight, says Hollywood? Hollywood, wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know if there was a sub only live, especially on a nice, beautiful red day in the crypto space like today? There might be. You guys know sub-only lives are pop-up. I don't warn you in advance. Make sure you're following my Twitter. IHodlLife on Twitter. That's the only notification you'll get before I pop up with a very special subscriber-only live. Are altcoins a go? Says ma ba girl. Man, I just like saying your name. Ma ba girl. Are altcoins a go? Hell yes, altcoins are a go. Like, altcoins is where the money's at. Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP is your savings account. All the other altcoins out there is what we're investing in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Colin.Lebsack says, everyone buy XRP. It's the best crypto out there. Well, Colin, I agree with you, buddy. .3M says, he's a Canadian. That explains a lot. He's super intelligent. Ha! 3M. Ba-dum boom. AZ Uber Guy says, I have XRP, but I'm getting tired of waiting on that pump. Well, AZ Uber Guy, my question for you is, how old is your crypto? If it's not over 3 years old, you need to zip it. And why do I say it like that? Because when you go into the crypto space, you have to look at it as an investment opportunity, not a casino. You don't go and buy some XRP and say, when's the pump? When are we going to get rich? This is not investing. Like, I literally laugh at people who do that. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying that's, what a lot of people are doing. And I laugh at them because they're not treating it like an investment. If you are really treating it like an investment, you know what XRP is. You know where it's going in the future. The last thing you wanted to do is pump right now. Why would I not want it to pump right now? Because you know what it is, and you know you want to grab as much of it you can before it pumps. You know that the time frame between when I figured out that XRP is the greatest asset of all time and now, and I look at my portfolio, isn't enough time to buy enough of it. That's why you don't want it to pump yet. That's why a real investor understands its future and is grabbing all that they can when they can, hoping the pump doesn't actually happen until the 2025 part of the bull run so they can grab a whole year's worth of more XRP. And all the people who are pipe dreaming, who are casino players, who don't understand investing at all, who are running around the crypto space, who haven't done any research on cryptocurrency at all, are sitting there with the crypto. Well, when's it going to pump? When does it pump? When? Guys, anyone? This one pumped. That one pumped. Why didn't mine pump? What's happening? I encourage you to follow along longer. Now, AZ Uber Guy, I'm not saying that you were either one of those two. I just created two scenarios of the follower, of the person following along in the crypto space, and what you understand. So I say that to you because I want to eliminate in your minds the idea of the pump. I want to eliminate the idea in your minds of buying something and just boom, there it is, because this is not the case. Yes, you're going to buy an asset. Yes, it's going to grow. Yes, we're going to have a time frame where the price is going to increase in the bull run. But then the answer to your question would really be is, when is it going to pump? Probably in the bull run. But XRP is special outside the bull run. So once again, knowing what XRP is, we actually don't want it to pump. We want more time to grab as much as we can before it pumps. We already know it's going to pump. We already know it's going to make millionaires. We already know it's going to do something crazy like Bitcoin did. In 10 years into the future, people are going to look back at XRP and be like, why didn't I buy some? The same way all of us right here in this room, all of you, look back and say, why the fuck didn't I buy Bitcoin in 2010 when I heard about it? 10 years later. 2013, 10 years from now. Why didn't I buy any Bitcoin? 5 years ago, why didn't I buy any Bitcoin? Why didn't I buy Ethereum when it came out? Today, you have the opportunity to buy XRP. 10, 13 years from now, people will look back and say, why didn't I buy any XRP? Why didn't I buy any Solana? Why didn't I buy any Cardano? Why didn't I buy any HBAR? Why didn't I buy any altcoins? For everyone paying attention, what is Upland in my bio? Upland is an online metaverse real estate trading game. So this is where you can go into a metaverse and you can buy land, buy real estate, open up stores. I'm going to be opening up an IHodlLife stores inside the metaverse. We already own 2 mansions inside the metaverse, and we're very close to being able to earn the capability to build a showroom where we can have our clothing line in the metaverse. So you'll be able to come up with your avatars. You'll be able to purchase IHodlLife shirts and hats and hoodies like you see here, and be able to wear them on your characters and have unique, one-of-a-kind IHodlLife clothing in the metaverse. We already own a whole bunch of land in the metaverse to build all kinds of different infrastructure, so that when the meta world really takes off, IHodlLife will have its rooted foundation and locations for the community to go hang out and have events. Sala says, why are you skimming my question? I don't know, Sala. Maybe I didn't think your question was interesting enough. Ask it again. I skim lots of questions. There's so many comments. I skip like 30 and then I pick one. Skip like 30 and then I pick one. Skip like 30 and then I pick one. And I try to pick subscriber always first. But that's just how it goes when there's this many comments, or else I'm so many comments behind, everyone thinks it's a recording. So I have no choice but to just kind of skim through all of the questions. So if your question is super important, well, just ask it again. No, XRP is not a stable coin. Don't be ridiculous. It's impossible for XRP to be a stable coin. It's a derivatives market. He got the hat for free. Look at his tan. Thanks. I don't even have a tan, but thanks. What's my view of XYO? XYO is a great Oracle system. There's only so many Oracles out there, or systems that operate like an Oracle. I know Quant isn't an Oracle. It's an overledger, but it still kind of does the same thing. So overledger of Quant, then the Oracle system of Chainlink, API 13 or API 3. Is it AP 13 or API 3? Anyway, XYO. These are all really, really great opportunities. These are all great technologies that will be used in the future. Crypto News says XRP is nothing. Banks aren't going to use it. What an idiot. His name's Crypto News and he doesn't even know what XRP is. Man, you should change your name to Crypto. I don't know what I'm talking about 6.0. Careful who you listen to, people. Careful who you listen to. See, people like Crypto News think that banks are going to use XRP as a currency. But they're not. They're just going to use it for Nostro Vostro accounts, which means they don't actually own the XRP. They use their own currency and they exchange it with the intermediary of XRP. So the other currency can then exchange with XRP. So the two currencies don't need to exchange currencies. So it eliminates trillions of dollars of dormant money in what's called Nostro Vostro accounts. But Crypto News, you already knew that, didn't you? Twinly creates a digital image of the item that you're tokenizing. Interesting. And I anticipate we're going to see a lot of this. I anticipate we're going to see a lot of apps where we're going to be able to scan, we're going to be able to take pictures, and we're going to be able to make it into a token or an NFT, just depending on whether we want it to be fungible or not. How do I feel about Render? Render is the NVIDIA of the blockchain space. What's wrong with Ledger? I don't know, everything. The people driving the ship. That's what's wrong with it. What wallet do I use, says Sean. What wallet do I use? You don't know what wallet I use yet? You must be new. The world's best cryptocurrency wallets found inside our store. Feel free to visit our store, www.IHodlLife.com, and order yourself a Hodler Pack Pro today. There's a handful of good wallets out there. This is just the one I prefer. Someone says their finger is broke from tapping the screen. That's great. Tap that screen if you like my comments, my answers, my info, my alpha. Christina, I haven't posted my lives on YouTube for quite a while. I've been too busy. The Truth is Angry is subscribed. The truth is angry, but in the truth is found wisdom, which teaches us patience, which successes anger. Someone says I'm going to default on 10K worth of credit card debt so I can buy more crypto. I don't recommend doing that. I do believe that people should be pulling what they can out of their banks and things like that and putting it into the digital space at this time, but you should not be defaulting. XLM is my savings account. Thomas, you and me are buddies. Best place to store XRP offline in an offline self-custody wallet. Ha! Somebody out there's name is Cheeky Tristan. I like your name, Cheeky Tristan. After the bull run, what's the best way to pay crypto tax in the UK? I don't know because I don't live in the UK. However, whatever exchange you're buying your crypto on, there will be an option in the settings to print off all the transactions that occurred. So you could technically take all that printed paper of transactions to your accountant or wherever you do your taxes, or just calculate it all up yourself so you have a running total of what you bought, what you sent or sold, and the profit margin in between, meaning how much you're up or how much you're down for the year. Keep in mind, if you made profits, you'll record them and report them. And if you made losses, you'll also record and report them because there's a benefit sometimes on losses also. In fact, a lot of asset firms, I'll teach you a little secret, a lot of asset firms put money into crypto right at the peak of the bear market, let the bear market go down, and then they claim it as a loss so they can avoid taxes to certain dollar values. Bull run has not started yet. For all the people running around, bull run started, bull run started. It hasn't. We're still a ways away from the bull run. We're just starting to see, finally, after a big bear market, we're finally seeing some green days. And today is a perfect example to show you we are not in a bull run yet. XRP equals HODL. That's right, Nixter. Grateful human being says, great to see you without those hats. You don't like my big flat brim hats? I'm wearing my toque today. Is Theta and AI Pad a good investment? Probably not. I mean, it might be, but I've never heard of them. So they're probably brand new, which means they could be very high risk. They could also be high profit. So I've never heard of them, and be careful of cryptocurrencies that are using the word AI in their name. There's a lot of scams going on right now with cryptos just being created using the word AI, hoping that people think it's the new AI thing and they're investing in a bunch of crap coins. Be careful of this. Brightside Smile, I can't tell you what cryptocurrency to buy, but would I add $1,000 more onto XRP or Bonk? I would for sure put it onto XRP. And if I had money in both already, I'd probably just put 800 on XRP and another 200 on Bonk. Unless I know I have more money coming in the future, I'm going to add to the profile anyway, then it doesn't matter. Just pick one and keep adding to the next one next time. But if I could only choose one of the two, it would be XRP. Thank you, me09, for sharing the live. Anyone else who wants to share the live, feel free. It's the little arrow at the bottom of the screen, the little white arrow. And don't forget to tap that screen. We're at 48,000 likes. Let's get ourselves all the way up to 100,000 likes today. If you love my content, feel free to show us some love. And if you have some questions, feel free to drop it in the comments, but I'm hundreds of comments behind, so please have some patience for me to answer you. If you only have $500, should I go all in with penny stock or the big boys like BTC? I don't understand what you mean by penny stock. Keep in mind, the price of the coin does not necessarily represent the whole value until you understand its tokenomics. If one coin only has 10 coins and one coin has 10 billion coins and each coin is worth $1, well, the one that only has 10 coins is only worth $10 if its coins are only worth $1. But the one that has 1 billion coins and they're worth $1 is worth 1 billion. Do you understand? So how many coins are built into their tokenomics also has to be taken into account, not just their price. Don't be fooled, everyone, by thinking, oh, 0.00 is the price, so it must be cheap to buy. No, that just means it has lots of tokens. Oh, it's $3 to buy instead of 0.002, so I should buy the 0.002. It has more time to grow to $3. No, the one that is 0.002 has 12 billion tokens. And the one that's at $3 only has 40 million tokens. No. $3 token, 0.3 token. This one 10 times or this one 10 times. Same profit made. The price of the crypto, don't be fooled. Do not avoid Ethereum and Bitcoin because you think they're already too high. This is where you're going to put money that's just going to safely grow forever and never go down. It's just always going to continually grad, which is why I say the altcoins is where we invest. XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum is where we just put our savings. And you could almost account for all of the ISO coins as savings. Everyone fudded you out of BTC and ETH back in 2017, and all the people who bought ETH in 2017 at $2, that was the price of it in 2017, everyone, $2. Now it's $2,500. That was Canadian, $2 Canadian. It was $2.20 in 2017. And now, 2023, it's $2,300 Canadian or $2,500. So for all the people who got fudded out, it's time to start understanding long-term vision. It's time to stop trying to calculate all the numbers and prove to yourself how it's going to be there. When it comes to investing, you have to be able to be visionary. You have to be able to see it without having proof. You have to be able to see it in a dream almost and be like, well, this is where it's going to go based on this, and this information. But if you try to break down the actual mathematics, roadmap, and proof, it's going to be very difficult to do because you won't be able to account for everything. We use the roadmap of proof to try to guide ourselves, but we're foolish to use that as a final decision maker. Use your long-term vision. Use your innovative understanding of where this technology is going in the future. Wise says, I love the color of your hat. Sweet. Thanks, Wise. I love the color of your bandana. Is that what you're wearing in your picture? It's hard to tell. It's so small, but I think you're wearing a bandana. I like the color of your bandana. And yes, I agree with Chris that Bonk is a good buy right now. And yes, for everyone accumulating ISO coins, you definitely want to be waiting for the 2025 bull run. There's going to be a pump in 2024. All kinds of you are going to sell your crypto and cash out early. That's what I call pricing out. But in 2025, we're going to have a real bull run. And there's many of us that are going to turn millions out of this bull run. Thanks, Connie. Big love for Connie. Sending Superman some love. Would I buy Shiba? Yes, I already own Shiba, and I continually add to my Shiba. What's the most secured hardware wallet? SecuX V20. Yo, Chuck, what up, buddy? Happy holidays. How much will Cardano be in the future? I don't know how much the price of Cardano will be in the future, but Cardano is a coin that will be adopted in the future as a mega platform of our future protocols, our future operation. Cardano is one you don't want to snooze on, but it's going to be long term. You're not going to buy Cardano and be like, yay, I'm a millionaire this bull run. Not going to happen. But you sit on Cardano, 10 years, you look back, you're going to be like, fuck, man, am I glad I bought Cardano? In the future, holding just a few hundred Cardano will be a big deal. Just like today, holding a few hundred Bitcoin would be a big deal. Greta 2 Upland is a metaverse. You can go to it on an app on your phone or on your computer. You can find the link in my bio. And if you go into Upland, use my referral link, IHodlLife referral link, and you can go into that metaverse and you can start buying land inside the metaverse. And once you really start learning what you're doing, you can start getting avatars, which is characters of yourself when you go into the metaverse. So you can go into different events. There's already been all kinds of concerts and great things going on inside the metaverse that you can take part in. And of course, along the way, you can earn crypto, earn land that you can monetize. Like I said, I'm going to open up a few stores in the metaverse for people to buy clothing to put on their avatars that are IHodlLife clothing. There's so many options and possibilities available by getting into this stuff early. Buying land in the metaverse right now, as crazy as some people think that is like buying land back in the 1800s. What do I think about DAG, directed acyclic graph? DAG is an amazing protocol, very difficult to get on a lot of exchanges. But when you can get it, you can send it to the Constellation wallet, the Stargazer Constellation wallet, and keep it in self-custody. And DAG has a big deal with the United States Air Force. So the Department of Defense has already signed a multi-year or long program deal with DAG, directed acyclic graph. There's a few cryptos out there that are called blockchains that are technically DAGs. They're technically directed acyclic graphs, which is basically just how they operate. They're consensus algorithms. HBAR is probably one of the best cryptos out there in the long run. Same with Cardano. Michael Bale says, I was offered 100 Bitcoin at $100. And he thought it was a scam. He says, I thought it was a effing scam. So he didn't take it. And that's what the rest of the world thinks. Oh, that crypto stuff, it's a scam. Just like all the morons in here. XRP's a scam. Bunch of idiots. They're all the people that are in the future going to be like, why didn't I just buy some? What do I think about Demo and GameSwift? I don't really like about either. I think they're new protocols. I think there's potential for new growth, but as far as long-term longevity, I think they're high risk, and I think I would rather put money in ISO coins. And I think influencers out there that are pushing a lot of new tokens is also for two reasons. Number one, there's a lot of new tokens being released and they need content. And number two, a lot of new companies are learning that they can pay influencers to talk about their products and their protocols. So be careful of that. When BTC ETF is approved, how are the big boys going to manipulate the BTC price in bear markets to maintain? They're not going to manipulate it. They're just going to understand the 4-year cycle. They're going to claim losses in the bear market on their assets, and then they're going to make tons of gains on their assets in the bull runs. They're not going to manipulate anything other than the buying and the selling, which brings price up and down, which causes upward pressure or downward pressure. But ultimately doesn't really change the future of the 4-year cycle until we get the J-curve of adoption, and then it's just an upward trend. Is Bonk a good buy? Yes, it is. Richard Hart was never right. How high can XRP go? XRP can easily go into the thousands. Brightside Smile says she has a ledger. It's never been used, and she's willing to trade 3 pizzas for it. That's hilarious. Marshwap, MSwap says, you were telling people XRP will hit $1 million 1 month ago. So let me just put a little clarification in here for the morons that don't listen. First of all, Marshwap, it was about 3 months ago I talked about the XRP value report and when it came out, which was back in almost August. And we talked about the XRP value report and how it can incrementally climb to $1 million over a period of time. And this is absolutely true. There could come a day, however many years in the future, that XRP could actually reach $1 million per coin. Absolutely, it's possible. In fact, we saw the actual mathematics of it written down and created and show how the world of adoption and tokenization could potentially get it there. That doesn't mean that that's exactly what's going to happen, but we gave proof in writing of how it could potentially get there. So we can all see its potential, whether it reaches a million or not. Think about it for a minute. Mars swap. Does it matter if XRP hits a million if you're sitting on a bag of XRP right now at less than $1? Are you even going to be holding the coin by the time it hits 1 million a coin, or are you cashing out living on some beach somewhere? Like, think about it, dude. Get past your ignorance, everyone. Yes, XRP could potentially reach $1 million a coin, so could Bitcoin. But how long it's going to take to get there, I don't know. So why would you even be here being like, oh, 1 month ago, you said it could go to a million. Did you think it was going to go to a million in like 30 days? Like, are you high? It might go to a million in 20 years, 30 years. Bitcoin went from 0.0006 cents to $80,000 in 13, 14, 15 years. And Bitcoin doesn't even have any utility compared to XRP's utility, compared to the capabilities of tokenization. So it's very possible that we could see that. So be careful, Mars swap, MS swap. I'm sure that M swap is probably some scam. So be careful paying attention to people like Mars swap who have no idea what the hell they're talking about. They only read and hear what they want to generate an opinion that suits the opinion they've already generated for themselves. Most people ignore knowledge, and they only search for information that validates what they already think. And that's exactly what this person did, only hearing what they thought they wanted to hear. What do I think about Quant? Fantabulous. Hex is garbage. Casper could potentially 100 times, absolutely. Keep saving that XLM. That is a really great thought. I don't really like Trust Wallet. I find there's a lot of scammers on the Binance network, and they use the Trust Wallet. So there's a lot of like just stuff shows up in your wallet on the Trust Wallet. You click on it, and it's a scammer getting into your wallet. That kind of stuff goes on there. So I don't like Trust Wallet for that reason. Manu, don't tell people what's in your portfolio. What's the low for Bitcoin in 2024? That's hard to say because we don't know what kind of ETF adoption we're going to have for Bitcoin. So it's very difficult to say what the low is. What I can say is buying now is the right choice. We're at the very bottom leg of the bear market. Buying right now at the end of 2023 is the right choice. In fact, you could have been buying all this year and it would have been the right choice. Alchemix is okay. Okay, I've seen some recent pump on them over the last few days, but we're going to see lots of cryptocurrencies pump over the next few months as we approach the bull run. But I'm not really a huge fan of Alchemix. What's my take on Riot? Don't riot. It's not a good thing to do. Will bonk 50 times in 2024. It's possible. The XRP Queen is doing an XRP documentary called XRP Unleashed. Sweet. That sounds awesome. Feel free to cast me. What up, Pappy? I see you became a subscriber. Welcome. What are my thoughts on Polygon? I think that, sometimes committing to one person is the right choice. Oh, you mean the crypto. Polygon Matic is a really, really great layer 2 protocol. They are the first ones that basically said, okay, ETH, since you suck, let's show you how to scale yourself. And that's really where they bred the world of layer 2 projects, which we now have a handful of them: Polygon, Optimism, Arbitrum, Base, and so on and so forth. So I think Polygon has a really great future in the world of NFTs and helping Ethereum scale. Ethereum is not going anywhere. No matter how many blockchains come out that are faster, better than Ethereum, it's still not going anywhere. Is USA the new Babylon? It's very possible. I anticipate USA is going to be engulfed into civil war over the next 3 to 10 year window. Thank you for that TikTok, Cake Master. I'll eat that cake. How do I know about bonk? Well, I got bonked on the head. It's the only way I knew. Demo, what's my opinion? I don't really have a good opinion on them yet. I don't have a bad opinion of them, but I don't have a good opinion of them yet either. Sean Russell says, I just subscribed. I can't wait to hear more of your rants. I do go off on some rants sometimes, don't I, guys? Thank you for the love. Thank you. Yes, I do go off on some tangents sometimes. Feel free to enjoy my rants. Do I like Quant? Yes, I love me some Quant. What do I think of Atom? Atom is fantastic. If there is one true layer 0 protocol, it's the Cosmos SDK. Do I buy stocks on intrinsic value? No, I don't buy stocks. I buy crypto. All stocks in the future will become cryptos. Woo! Look at that. I'm ready for winter. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going skiing. So no, I don't buy stocks because all stocks will become cryptos. I buy cryptos. Crazy Dog says, why does Warren Buffett say that Bitcoin is a gamble and he would never invest in it? You need to finish the sentence. The real sentence should be, why does Warren Buffett say that Bitcoin is a gamble and he would never invest in it when in actuality he is investing in it? That's the full question. Now think about that for a second. Why would he be telling you that Bitcoin is a gamble and I wouldn't invest in it, but then he goes and invests it in it anyway? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Warren Buffett is a fucking piece of shit. Liar, scandalous, douchebag, asshole. Yeah, that's you, Warren. Right here at IHodlLife, calling your prick ass out. Because he is one of these elite people who are designed to keep you poor. He's one of these elite people who's designed to say, everybody go this way, when the water is really over this way. He's the kind of guy to say, there's only enough food for 5 of us. Everyone look over there, and go put it in his van and take away. That's the kind of person that Warren Buffett is. So when these types of people are telling you, you should stay away from this, beware, this is bullshit, it's gonna be, like Dan Pena, it's gonna go to fucking zero, while they're all over there investing massive amounts of money into the crypto space. These people are assholes. Why are they assholes? Because they're misleading all of you, deliberately. So they can continue to stay rich because billions of dollars they already have isn't enough. And watching you scrabble to pay your fucking bills by the end of the month is okay with them. That's why Warren Buffett, Dan Pena, and many others go live on television, live in investment places, and tell the world to stay away from these dangerous volatile assets because they know that you're all sheeple. They know that the only way for them to keep their billions and you not have any, the only way to keep this balance is for them to know and for you to don't know. Because if you do know, this happens and that's not okay. Then they don't live so luxurious when the balance teeters. They must stay way ahead by keeping you fooled with indifference of opinion, difference of knowledge. Crypto's a scam while they go buy $10 billion worth of it. Wake up, everybody. Wake up. John Wilk, you're awesome. You know what, Joan Wilk? I was just thinking that you're awesome. I was just sitting here thinking, man, Jonah Wilk is like so awesome. I don't even know how to tell them. And then you commented, so it just brought it out of me. So thanks, Joanna Wilk 22, because I really genuinely think you're awesome and I didn't know how to get it out of me. Where can I buy ISO? You can purchase all of the ISO coins at multiple different exchanges. There's a handful of ISO approved coins, ISO 20022 approved cryptocurrencies. So you can purchase them on a bunch of different exchanges. Time to do some research. What about ICP, says Katie? Internet Computer Protocol, absolutely amazing cryptocurrency blockchain. I anticipate huge movements from them this bull run and next bull run. Stack that ICP. Stack that XDC with your ICP. Years ago, says Mario, my son wanted to put 10,000 into Bitcoin and it was at $2,000 and I said no. Well, Mario, you should have listened to your son. I want you to go tell your son, Mario, because you didn't do it and you missed the opportunity, but I know you're in crypto now and you're not going to miss the next opportunity. I want you to go tell your son what he needs to hear. I want you to go tell him that he's a fucking genius. Okay, maybe don't swear. That's just me because I'm crazy. Just tell him that he's a genius. Go and remind your son, hey, son, I just want you to know something. Even if he doesn't understand what you're saying, I want you to tell him that, kid, you're a genius. I want you to know that when you have feelings about things and when you have thoughts about things and you have instincts about things, I want you to follow them because I want you to know that you're a genius. Inside, you know more than you think you do. You're a brilliant, brilliant human being. That's what I want you to go tell your son because he's a genius to know to do that years ago. He's absolutely correct. Think about the different life you'd be leading had you listened to him. There you go. AZ Uber Guy is your man. AZ Uber Guy says, I will trade a large pizza for a ledger. So Brightside, where are you? Brightside, I want you to meet AZ Uber Guy. You guys are both subscribers. Feel free to use Discord chat if you want. Introduce yourselves. I want to see this ledger traded for a pizza. If this actually happens, we're going to record this as a transaction in the IHodlLife community because it's funny as hell. Wesley Nelson doesn't have a utility. Are you joking? Bitcoin has only one utility. It's a store of a value, just like gold. Gold's utility is a store of a value. Why is gold a store of value, you might ask? Because it's a finite source. But oh wait, gold is not a finite source. It's only mostly scarce. We might still discover more gold, which would therefore offset its value. But Bitcoin, you can't discover more or find more or make more, therefore making it more finite than gold. In fact, in the future, you will see gold itself pegged to Bitcoin. That's how valuable Bitcoin is. Bitcoin will go easily past $1 million per coin over the long term. However, Bitcoin still has no utility. It's not meant to have utility. Its ultimate purpose and use case is only one thing. It's finite source. It's not a currency. It's not a payment token. It's not a fungible token. It's not something you use for smart contracts and interoperability. Even though we saw Bitcoin Cadence introduced, even though we now have smart contract capability, it's not meant for any of that. We just have the capability to do that also with it. Its real number one and only use case is a store of value, just like gold. So XRP and Bitcoin are not in competition. You can't say this one's better or this one's better. That's like saying, oh, well, gold is better than oil. Okay. Gold's a store of value. Oil we build things out of. I don't understand. So you must not compare an apple to an orange. Bitcoin does not have utility. It's a store of value. Crypto Little says, man, what mic are you using? It sounds good. That's just my sweet voice. It's just my sweet, sweet voice. There's no microphone. I'm just kidding. It's a Shure microphone. That's the one I use. So I'm glad you like it. And I'm sure that Shure Microphones is glad that you like it. Big shout out to Shure for your nice sounding microphone. Why is there so many XRP haters? The reason there's so many XRP haters is because a lot of the XRP haters are people who haven't done any research in crypto, or they bought XRP back when it was $3 when they heard the first hype, and they've done nothing but lose money. And because they lack the ability to see long-term vision, they now hate on it because they've lost money on it. Or they're still sitting on it and they haven't got any rewards. They've just lost on it. For all those reasons, you develop XRP haters. But the real truth is they're very uneducated. Because anyone who actually does research on XRP that says, you know what, Tristan, screw you, you don't know shit, and goes and tries to prove me wrong with the proof and the actual information, will discover, holy shit, I need to own this asset. They will discover it on their own. And suddenly they'll disappear. They won't come around anymore as a hater because they've now discovered and they're off buying some XRP somewhere. So truthfully, any XRP haters or anyone who hates on any of the ISO coins is just uneducated in the crypto space. These are the gamblers that are floating around the crypto space with $100. Where do I get rich? Where do I get rich? And they really don't have any fundamental understanding of crypto or elliptic curved cryptography, blockchain technology, or how the world is adopting this technology as its new medium platform for interoperability. That's right, Sean. We are born ignorant, but it actually takes effort to become stupid. Sometimes ignorance is, in fact, bliss. Greta 2, I love me some XDC. In fact, I will remind you that X marks the spot. What do I think about Michael Saylor theories? I don't know what you mean by their theories, other than Michael Saylor believes that Bitcoin is the greatest asset of all time, and I agree with him. Bonk doing a 50,000x? It's possible. What is the next 1000x? What do you mean the next, Simran? What do you mean the next 1000? You mean like the one that's going to do like right now before the other one, or the one that's going to be the longest? I'm not quite sure what I understand by the next 1000x. My question for you, Simran, is what crypto have you invested in that you think might have potential to do that? You tell me what crypto it is, and I'll tell you if yes, it can do 1,000. Where do you buy ISO? You can buy it on all kinds of different exchanges, Staska. Multiple different exchanges. Not all exchanges sell every crypto, so you might have to use 1 or 2 or 3 different exchanges to access all the cryptos you want. What up, sweet dreams? What is the best thing about being Canadian? Well, not much. I mean, ever since our government is no longer working in our interest, not much anymore. And yes, all stocks will become tokenized onto the blockchain, which means all stocks will become coins, tokens, or NFTs, depending on whether they need to be fungible or not. Yes, the entire stock market will become tokenized. How do we feel about Sand? Sand is a really good metaverse play built on the Ethereum network, so any Ethereum wallet can hold your Sand tokens. And yes, credit cards will be tokenized in the future also. In fact, the credit cards and the companies of the credit cards will be tokenized, both of them. He's trying to keep the buffet to himself. Warren Buffett lies to you because he's trying to keep the buffet to himself. That's so funny, Michael Bale. Michael Bale's a comedian, for anyone who hasn't picked up on that yet. He says funny shit. And yes, Verge, Bry's on the money. Verge is a really great cryptocurrency. It's the newest ISO coin. It has had no movement at all, and it's the first and only privacy ISO coin. You are crazy to not be paying attention to this already. And I don't recommend buying stocks on the Robinhood app. Robinhood owns your assets, not you. What do I see iron fish doing? What the hell's an iron fish? I see an iron fish sinking because it's made of iron and it can't swim well. And yes, I think Gala will exceed its all-times high. Hey, AZ Uber guy has worked in the pizza business for 20 years. So brightside smile, he is taking you up on your pizza for a Ledger deal. Why is Ledger bad? I encourage you to go do some research on Ledger. What price can ICP reach? ICP can easily be $1,000 a coin. Easily. Cauliflower pizzas, that's disgusting. Wait, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure I would try it and it's probably delicious because everything I order with cauliflower is awesome. Don't knock it till you try it. Well, you're welcome, Johnny. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everyone tuning in here to our IHodlLife special Christmas edition, holiday edition today. Feel free to drop your comments and your questions in this live AMA. You won't. Yes, you will lose your tokens when Uphold delists them. What will happen is your tokens will be converted into fiat currency, whatever the market value is of them of the day that they do it. And yes, for anyone who wants to book training class with me, just go up here in the IHodlLife logo, or just go to the top of my TikTok page. The top of my TikTok page, there's a link there called a Linktree link. It's also on my Twitter page, Linktree. Hit on that, and it'll take you to the Linktree that has the link where you can go book training with me. You can book a 1-hour NFT class, or you can book a 2-hour cryptocurrency class with me. What's my opinion about Yearn Finance? I think after the grenading that they had in their executive team and the price crashing last month, it was a great time to buy more. We called it out in the IHodlLife community, and we've seen some good growth since then, and I anticipate they're going to continue to grow over the bull run. So what a great opportunity it was for everyone who paid attention. XTC is a hard one to get your hands on, Gerardo. That's just how it is. They make it difficult to get a hold of cryptos. That's right, guys. If you love the content, keep tapping that screen. Everybody take 2 fingers and tap, tap, tap that screen. We want to get ourselves all the way up to 100,000 likes. We've already hit 66,000, so thanks everyone who's been tapping the screen. For anyone who hasn't yet, feel free to tap that screen. Techno, save your donuts. I don't want your donuts. I'm fat enough as it is. Just tap that screen and show me some love so we can get to 100,000 likes. And then TikTok will share my live to more people so we can keep growing the IHodlLife community. Thank you, everyone who shows me some love. No grown arse men. This is not recorded. There's just a lot of questions, and it takes time to get to them. Grown arse man says, I don't see the questions he is answering. Well, that's because, grown arse man, you didn't scroll up far enough. Will XRP be the main blockchain? There's no such thing. There's going to be a multiverse of blockchains all connected to create one completely new internet. How will a tokenized credit card work in the future if you have $2,000 credit? The same way your credit card works right now. Tap, tap, and it approves or it doesn't approve, based on your available credit. What are my thoughts on Injective? One of the best cryptocurrencies out this 2023. I highly encourage everyone to pay attention to INJ. What about SHX? I have no idea who that is. Never heard of them. No info for you on that. Never heard of Iron Shown. Probably not going to go research them. Not, just telling you the truth. I'm probably not going to go research them. Grown Arse Men says Shiba is dead. Shiba hasn't even got going. Hasn't even started. In fact, it got so popular last bull run that they had enough money to build their own entire ecosystem and new blockchain this year. So they are not going anywhere. Grown Arse Men, you need to grow some grown arse patience. Some grown arse future long-term vision capability. What are my thoughts on XYO? It's a great Oracle system. I think it'll be around for a very long time. Why is everything going down today? Because it's a shopping day. That's why. It's Boxing Day. It's a sale. Stack your digital assets while you can. I don't suggest you trade on any platform. I suggest you hodl. Just for everyone out there, Crypto Guy is asking, what are your thoughts on linking XRP and XLM to QFS? This is a scam. There is no linking to the QFS. I will say again for everyone listening, there is no linking to the QFS. None. Zero. You don't connect or link to anything. This is a scam. Oh, make sure you connect your wallet so your crypto doesn't disappear, and then you go connect your wallet to some bogus site and they clean out your wallet. Do not connect your wallets to anything. You do not need to be connected to the QFS. You want to know how you get involved in the QFS? Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Algorand, and all the rest of the ISO coins. Buy. Put it in my custody. Now I'm part of the QFS. Why? Because I own the QFS digital assets. That's how you become part of the QFS. You don't connect to anything. You don't go to a site, you don't link, you don't add yourself, get your name on the list. This is all a scam. Be very safe out there, everyone. Robert recommends the training session with me. Feel free to book training with me in the link in my bio. We're at 73,000 likes, guys. We're almost at 100,000. Keep tapping that screen. If you love my content, show me your love. Immutable X is a really great cryptocurrency. So is ICP. Immutable X is probably going to be one of the biggest NFT players in the next 5 to 10 years. Redic Finance, sorry, Bongana, haven't heard of them, haven't researched them, don't know anything about them. What are my thoughts on Chain GPT? It's a good AI protocol. I still like Ajax Singularity Net better. I still like Fetch AI better, but I do like Chain GPT. I do have some in my portfolio. My thoughts on Sand is very good. I think the metaverse is a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. Multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. And I think investing in all metaverses is a great play. Not just buying the tokens of the metaverse, but also investing in the metaverse, like on my link, the Upland link, as far as buying land and assets and owning things inside the metaverse, not just the coins and tokens for the metaverses themselves. Both are lucrative opportunities this early in the game. What's my price prediction on Digibyte? My price prediction on Digibyte is sell your Digibyte and buy a real cryptocurrency. What's my thoughts on Chainlink? Chainlink is probably as good as XRP. It can almost do what XRP can do. I'm dead serious. Chainlink is a monster. And because of who invested in Chainlink when they first came out, Chainlink, like Ethereum, is never going anywhere. You want one cryptocurrency you can put in your portfolio and it's just always going to make money. It's never going to disappear or die. Chainlink's one of them. And no, I don't invest in Unibot coin. Sounds like a scam. You're welcome, crypto guy. Be very careful of scams out there. And yes, Bonk definitely has the potential of Shiba, which means it definitely has a potential to still make a lot of gains. You're right, Alien. The traders are losing in crypto. The hodlers are winning, which means people who buy their crypto and they just hold on to it and don't try to think that they can outsmart the market. Gala is Sand is fantastic. Yoba says I'm all in on Solana. Solana's a really, really great cryptocurrency. Unibot, no love for Unibot. Sorry, Harris. API 3, really, really great cryptocurrency, Kenny. It's actually an Oracle system like we were talking about earlier, like XYO or like Chainlink. API 3, also a really great Oracle, but brand new, very young. Good time to get in on them early. VeChain, fantastic cryptocurrency, layer 1 blockchain, working with Walmart for enterprise, and have already processed millions of transactions with Walmart for their enterprise and supply chain. Watch out for VeChain in the next 5 to 10 year window. What cold storage wallet do I recommend? I recommend the SecuX V20. Visit our store, links in my bio. Feel free to order a Hodler Pack Pro. Quant is the new Oracle or Overledger system that is in the ISO coins. So Quant could very well be the best Oracle of all of them. Yoba says, I'm going bonkers for bonk. What are my thoughts on TurtSat? Never heard of it. Don't know anything about TurtSat. Sorry, buddy. Sounds like a turt. HBAR, fantastic cryptocurrency. Tap, tap, tap. That's right, whatever. Tap, tap, tap. Tap that screen, everyone. We're at 78,000 likes. Let's get ourselves up to 100,000 likes, everyone. Feel free to double tap that screen and show me your love. If you can't see your Shiba in your XDC on your W20, You need to connect your wallet or connect your offline wallet to your computer, and then go under Ethereum, and they're listed under Ethereum inside the wallet. And then once you go under and you sync the wallet to your computer so it updates the wallet, you'll then see them. Cetus is a really great gaming protocol. Veracity, VRA, is an outstanding metaverse. This is a really, really great metaverse play, and I anticipate Veracity is going to do really well, just like Decentraland and Sand. Thoughts on BTT, BitTorrent? I don't really care much for the whole Tron network and everything that Justin Sun does. Thoughts on Radium? Big money maker. For anyone who saw exchanges start to make money, the big money makers were the decentralized ones. Uniswap, 1inch, PancakeSwap. These were the guys that made a lot of people a lot of money because they're decentralized exchanges. And Solana is finally getting them on its own network. Orca, Radium, and now Jupiter is launching. So it's only got 3. You look at Ethereum, it's got Bancor, it's got BNT, it's got Uniswap, it's got 1inch. Like there's so many of them. There's like 6 or 7 liquidity swaps on Ethereum. But Solana only had Orca for a while. Now they've got Radium, and now recently dropping as we speak right now, doing airdrops, is Jupiter. The only 3 liquidity swaps on Solana. These are huge opportunities to get in early, everyone. High Street, What is my price prediction for Quant? I think Quant will hit about $800 in the next bull run. Is XLM going to move anytime soon? It might. I mean, I think XLM may, get 3, 4, 5 times this bull run, but because it's part of the ISO coins, I anticipate the ISO coins to be much more of a long-term hold. The ISO coins are not going to make you feel good about the bull run, but they are going to create you generational wealth that your children's children can spend if you can weather the storm and you can see past short-term gains. What are my thoughts on LCX? LCX is the only regulated cryptocurrency exchange on the planet. Every other exchange on the planet is not regulated. They're operating sort of technically, but not by the rules, which means they could disappear, which means they could vanish, and your liquidity that's on their exchange could disappear. Your crypto that's on their exchange can disappear. LCX, that's not the case. They're fully regulated. They're fully approved. They're full green check marks for issuing securities and issuing crypto and issuing other digital assets. So for all those reasons, LCX, the coin itself, is a great asset to buy, but LCX, the coin that you're buying for, is a liquidity swap, a decentralized exchange, an exchange kind of like a Binance or a Crypto.com or a Coinbase. That's what LCX is. So you can download their app and you can buy and exchange and swap crypto on LCX, as well as buy the LCX coin for their exchange. And I normally don't like exchange coins, but LCX, on the other hand, is the world's only regulated exchange. Therefore, I like it, and they're ISO approved. Second reason I like it. Yes, I know, Lee, that now you can't use KuCoin in your country. This is happening everywhere. Cryptocurrency exchanges are getting tightened on, and they're having difficulty operating. Grab your crypto while you can. I will say it again and again. The time will come when it will be very difficult for the average everyday human to get their hands on digital assets like this. Right now, it's the wild, wild west, and you are very lucky to be out there as a Jesse James grabbing what you can while you can. For anyone who doesn't know already, my name's Tristan. I'm the founder and CEO of IHodlLife, the world's best cryptocurrency community and the world's best cryptocurrency online store. Feel free to go check us out at www.IHodlLife.com. This 2025, we will be launching the world's first cryptocurrency branded clothing line. And you, the community members, can actually become owners in the clothing line and earn passive income for the rest of your life. Make sure to stick around. Make sure you got your hands on one of our gold coins. Make sure you know about our upcoming 2025 mint right here in the best Web3 community, IHodlLife. So make sure that you are following along. XCN, really great cryptocurrency. I don't have a price prediction for them, but I do anticipate that they're going to go well over $1, $2, and $3 in the next 1 or 2 bull runs. Why isn't XRP moving? What do you mean, why isn't it moving? It was 30 cents half a year ago, and now it's 60 cents. What do you mean XRP isn't moving? How long have you been waiting for it to move? What do I think about Kronos? Once again, I don't really like exchange coins. Kronos, or Crow, is a coin for crypto.com. Kronos is the blockchain that it represents. And I don't really like any exchange coins, especially if they're not regulated. I'd much rather just buy some LCX. And I'll remind you, everyone who says, why isn't XLM moving? Why isn't Algorand moving? Why isn't XRP moving? Why isn't Quant moving? I'll remind you, these are ISO coins. These are the coins that we don't want them to move. We want to have as much time as possible to grab as much of them. So when the day comes over that we turn and we realize they did move, we say, thank God, because the only thing we're going to say at that time is, I wish I had more time to buy more. Fantastic. Look at that. We made it all the way to the bottom of the live, all of the comments. That's fantastic. So now is your chance, everyone, to ask your burning questions. If I skipped you or didn't answer your question, now's your chance. I'm at the very bottom of the live. When do I expect them to move? I expect them to move next bull run, which is going to occur approximately April 2024. Yoba says, I'm drawn to a genius. Is that someone else, or are you talking about me, Yoba? XYO? I don't understand the XYO with a question mark. I just talked about XYO for like the last 10 minutes. I don't understand XYO with a question mark. What's my take on Sol? It'll be one of the best performers this bull run. And yes, Don, you're right. A chunk of XRP will create generational wealth in the future, sooner or later. You just need to sit on it with patience and understanding. What is the VO coin, TechnoWolf? What the hell are you talking about? Dad, are you? Yes, Mario, I'm your dad. What up, Jen? Happy holidays. Jen was the winner of our last IHodlLife prize and has some wonderful items being sent out to her in the mail. And we've already got our number one item for our new prize pool. So congratulations, Jen, on winning our last prize pool. There's the first item of our new prize pool. For your 2024 Christmas tree, you have your own IHodlLife rocket ship for the 2024 bull run. I have a matching one hanging on my Christmas tree. So this 2024, one lucky IHodlLife community member is also going to have a matching rocket ship for the 2024 bull run on their tree. So this is the first item that will be going into our prize pool, which we will start at the turn of the new year. We've already done all of our prize pools for 2023. Congratulations, Jen, for winning the last one. We will start the new prize pool in January 2024. So make sure you're following along with the IHodlLife community to take part. And Greta 2, what is Upland? Upland is a real estate investment trading game. Yeah, we might have a cruise or a vacation after the bull run. Actually, I wasn't thinking about doing that after this bull run. I was thinking about after a couple bull runs that we would actually have an IHodlLife resort purchased where that IHodlLife members could go and visit absolutely free by tokenizing the resort. Keystone 3 Pro, I would recommend a SecUX V20. Dad, are you? Yes, Mario, I'm still your dad. What's a good cold storage wallet? The SecUX V20. When did you buy Solana? At what price? I started buying Solana when it was about $3. And would I buy it now at today's price? Yes, 100%. And no, I do not post my videos for subscribers if they miss them. You must attend the subscriber lives to get the information included in the subscriber lives. I highly encourage you to become a subscriber if you want the inside scoop. What do I think about the meme coin Sheeb and the Bonk? I think they're both great to have in your portfolio. User 402, I don't recommend you buy anything right now. I recommend you research cryptos so you understand what you might want to buy. Brightside Smile says, Tristan, even though I'm cranky with you, I have a big appreciation for you. Said it out loud many times. Well, you are welcome to be cranky with me. People get cranky with me all the time. The only problem is I don't really give a fuck. If you're cranky, it's your own fault. I will remind you, how you feel is a choice, not a reaction. If you feel happy, it's your own fault. If you feel sad, it's your own fault. If you feel cranky, it's your own fault. And if you take somebody else's action and then feel a certain way and then say that because of their action you choose to feel that way, well, then you're just a moron. And I'm not saying you are a moron, Brightside Smile. I'm saying in general for people who don't get what I just said. So it's okay if you want to be cranky with me. I get cranky with me sometimes too. Never heard of Incubata. Sorry, buddy. What's my take on BlackRock? I don't understand the question. They're an asset management firm that has a lot of assets that likes crypto. That's my take on them. What do I think of Celestia? I think Celestia is a really great new blockchain that's coming out, or I should say coming out, has come out. And they've had some really great growth already this year. And I anticipate we're still going to see some pretty damn good growth from them, especially since they have not gone through a bull run yet. This will be their very first bull run. McQuailey loves the Christmas tree ornament. That's great. There you are. It's your own IHodlLife. And it's IHodlLife. I wrote that on there with permanent marker. You can't get that shit off, people. So you are an IHodlLife 2024 rocket ship, whether you like it or not. Boy, obviously you're going to like it or you wouldn't be in the prize pool in the first place, would you? So there you go. That's the first thing that's going into our new prize pool in the new year. Mr. Dez, there's no right or wrong way to take profits in the bull run because it's impossible to know when the exact correct time is. Our wallet holds over about 100 different thousand cryptocurrencies. Keep in mind, ETH alone has like 100,000 cryptocurrencies on its network. And yes, our wallet holds HBAR. And that's right. Riley Pecor is absolutely right. It's the amount of time that you spend in the market, not trying to time the market. You're absolutely right. Riley Pecor. Hodl on, my friend. Hodl on. Would I buy Sol at this price? Yes, I would. What are my thoughts on Pyth Network? Pyth is a really good new protocol. I have not invested in Pyth Network myself. There's too many other good cryptocurrencies on the market right now, but I do have them on my observation list to see if they potentially make it to my portfolio or not. Thoughts on Secret? Any micro caps that I'm keeping my close eye on? All of them. How do I feel about Jasmy? Meh. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is the new liquidity swap on Solana that is doing an airdrop this 2024. All you have to do is take part in Jupiter. Go research them. Go Google them. Go find out how to get on their website. All you have to do is take part, and you can win some free Jupiter. And when Bonk did their airdrop, they dropped thousands of dollars. A friend of mine got $16,000 worth of free Bonk. So Jupiter is about to do a Solana, an airdrop on the Solana network, and they're going to drop a whole bunch of money too. So get involved in Jupiter now. How do you store your XDC? I store it in my offline V20 wallet. Free Nation says you're hilarious. Well, you know what, Free Nation? I think you're a funny cat. Is Gala good to buy? Meh. We have the same shirt today. Way to go, Eric. Hell yeah. Big shout out to Eric for having a Superman shirt on. What do I think of Seller? Meh. What do I think about the Dead Box platform? I think it's a dead box, and you should probably leave it at the obituary. Obituary? No, that's just where you write about dead people. The morgue. That's the word I was looking for. So what should you do with the Dead Box platform? Leave it at the morgue. What do I think about Ocean? Ocean is a really great AI protocol. It's also an ERC20 token, very easy to access. They're actually not technically AI, they're big data, but AI and big data go hand in hand. Spark Bitcoin? Nah. What's my Twitter tag? It's the name of our company, IHodlLife. IHodlLife. IHodlLifei. Hodl Life. That is my Twitter tag. So feel free to follow my Twitter. Free Nation says, I love your sensitivity. Yeah, I'm about as sensitive as a cactus. Did I say sensitive or sensitive? Both could apply. Siberia. Thoughts on, oh my God. What are my thoughts on OMG? OMG is actually a really good network. Crazy fast, crazy innovative. They have some really great tech, yet they're not being adopted as quickly as they should. So I'm not really sure what to think about Oh My God Network. I think that they're going to have, I think OMG Network is going to have good growth this 2024, 2025 bull run and the following bull run, 2028, 2029. But I'm truthfully surprised that they haven't had more adoption, more partnerships, more development, because they really have some great things going for their tech stack. So I guess we will see where OMG goes. I currently do not own any OMG. Gala thoughts? That's my thoughts on Gala. I think Gala is going to do okay. I think people who are holding Gala are going to make some money. Do I own any Gala? Zero. Thoughts on Flare? Really, really great cryptocurrency. Do I like Filecoin? Yes, I do. I mean, Filecoin is necessary. It's a good cryptocurrency, but I much prefer Siacoin simply because Siacoin is newer, younger, more opportunity to acquire more of the coin before it acquires as much growth as we've already seen in Filecoin. But Filecoin, what's sitting at like $10 right now, will easily be $300-400 this bull run. Which AI crypto do I like? I like SingularityNet. What are my thoughts on IOs? AIOZ. I think IOs is also a really good new innovative blockchain. Has not gone through a bull run yet. Just came out in 2023. I anticipate some nice growth from them this bull run. Would I buy ICP at the current price? Yes, absolutely. What is airdrop? An airdrop is when you get free cryptocurrency dropped into your digital wallet because you went and took part. You became part of the community, you hung out, you did interactions, and for that reason, your wallet got listed, and they airdrop free cryptocurrency into your wallet. And some people get thousands of dollars of free crypto. How do you get involved with Jupiter? Go to their website. Go find out who is Jupiter, why are they building on the Solana, how do I get involved, how do I go to their website, how do I make exchanges using them, and how do I basically get my name as a user of them so that I can get use case or taking part benefits. Is Ledger still okay? The reason it shows your Solana on the app but doesn't show it yet on the other side is because it's not updated yet. We're still moving through the technology as we're adding all these. We just added Solana to our wallets this year. Why is Bitcoin dipping? Because sometimes it just likes to do the salsa dance. It likes to just do a little bit of dip, a little bit of dough, a little bit of dough dip, dip, dough, dough dip, dip, dough. Yeah, so you don't know, no. Ooh, baby. That's why it's dipping. What about Demo in Siberia? And in my opinion. Yes, you don't sell your ISO tokens. You got it, Doug Cameron. How do you get your XDC on the V20? You go plug your XDC into your computer. You plug your V20 into your computer. You go under the left-hand side that says EVM chains. You click EVM chains. You open up EVM chains. In the search bar, you type in XinFin network. You highlight XinFin network. You now have a XinFin QR code to send to your wallet. Found under EVM chains on the left. What are my thoughts on DAG? Directed Acyclic Graph, a really, really great cryptocurrency protocol. Also recently just partnered with the Department of Defense. These guys are going big. Which crypto is being sued by the SEC as we speak? Algorand. XRP, Binance. That's all right now. I did say senses, didn't I, Road Dog? I'm short on those sometimes. I'm short on senses sometimes. What do I think about Serum? Serum is actually a really good DeFi protocol. I anticipate good growth from them in the future. I'm not invested in them. Once again, there's too many things to invest in. I'm not invested in Serum, but I believe that they are a really good protocol. Yes, I did have a good rantful Christmas. Thank you. Sometimes I love to go on my rants. I mostly only go rants when I'm on live. No, that's not true. Anyone who knows me in the real world, I'm a ranter. What are my thoughts on Graph? Graph is a really, really great protocol. Could potentially become the new Google of the blockchain space. And yes, I like ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. And I also like VeChain. What am I talking about today? Absolutely nothing. There is nothing to see here. Just a bunch of shenanigans. What offline wallet do I use? I use the SecUX V20. Best cold storage wallet on the planet. And yes, there's a way to borrow money in crypto. It's called DeFi, decentralized finance. Go research DeFi. And yes, you can pair your phone with your wallet, 100%. And no, I don't use Metal Blockchain. Lexi the Frenchie says, I can't take you seriously if you say Ripple going to 1,000. Well, maybe, Lexi, it's because I know something you don't. Maybe, Lexi, it's because I can foresee something you can't. Maybe it's because I understand how the market cap of cryptocurrency is going to go into the quadrillions. Quadrillions with a Q is why I can easily understand how XRP will well surpass $1,000. But you can't fathom that market cap. You can't fathom the tokenization. You still look at all the money in the world and be like, but there isn't even $1 quadrillion in the world. How can there be that much? Because you don't understand value. You only think of money. The money in the world does not equate the $91 trillion market cap of the real estate market. It also does not equate the $100 trillion value of the stock market. Oh, but wait, isn't that $200 trillion in value? Yeah, and if we tokenize that in the blockchain, wouldn't that bring $200 trillion of value into the blockchain? Yeah, and that's just the real estate market and the stock exchange. That doesn't even include all the ownership of every item that everyone in the world owns. You understand how we can get into the quadrillions. So Lexi, I encourage you to stick along, follow along, stick around, because I know that you're sitting there thinking everything this guy says makes total sense. He sounds like he's a fucking genius. But then he says XRP to 1,000, and my brain can't fathom that, so he must be an idiot. I encourage you to open your mind. What are my strategies to take profits during the next bull run? 3-stage. Cryptos I'm keeping forever. Cryptos that I'm selling when I think I've made enough money on it. I might hold them for the next bull run. I might cash out 50% or some of it and let some of it stay. And crypto for sure, short term, I'm just cashing it out as soon as I'm happy with my profits. 3 stages. That's the easiest way to take profits in the cryptocurrency bull run. That way, you've got a group of cryptos that when they've made enough money, you sell, and you've got your fiat money to now reassess how you want. Buy more other cryptos, buy other assets like gold or silver, buy real estate, put it in your bank account like an idiot, whatever it is that you want to do with your profits at that point. You've also still got 2 other categories, one that you might sell some of, might sell not, and one that you're just sitting on forever because you see the long-term potential. Now the next bear market comes, the crypto you still have in is starting to go down and down and down and down, but you've already taken a whole bunch of profits off of the other segments. And the other one that's gone down, you don't care because you're just waiting for more time to grab more. You're never selling it anyway. In the future, when it's worth $1 million, you're not going to sell it and take out $1 million. You're going to be smarter than that, and you're going to leverage the $1 million value to borrow tax-free money against it constantly for the rest of your life. Make sure you're following along. So why isn't Apple $1,000? Because Apple is only a company that represents Apple. XRP is a platform that could represent Apple and Google and Microsoft and Tesla and everything Tristan owns, and everything Lexi owns, and the $100 trillion stock exchange, and the $100 trillion real estate market, and the $14.5 quadrillion energy sector in the North American grid, and. I can go on and on. Those are the reasons why Apple isn't $1,000. Apple is its own company. Ripple is a blockchain, a technology of a blockchain that has multiple companies and services and banks and all kinds of things built on top of it. So comparing Apple to XRP would be like comparing a company to the internet. You get it? You with me, Lexi? Sea of Glass Jewelry says bonk is what this is and should invest, but I don't want to answer your question. Sorry, Sea of Glass. I have no interest in your questions. I do not support people who fly Israeli flags. Please feel free to leave my live. My information's too good for you. Yeah, you heard me. Straight up. I'm not fucking around. When you plug the SecUX V20 into the PC, it's not safe anymore. No, that's not true. You just plug it in so that it's connected to the internet temporarily so you can make transactions, and then you disconnect it so all the time while you're sitting on your crypto, it's disconnected from the internet. That's how an offline wallet works. Anytime you make a transaction, you are temporarily connected. Lexi, if you take the $91 trillion stock market and you tokenize it onto the XRPL blockchain, that means the asset XRP now represents $100 trillion market cap. Do you understand that? Now you understand how the asset XRP could equate to $100 trillion market cap just by having the stock market tokenized on its blockchain. Just the stock market, not all the other quadrillions of value in the world. I still don't understand how you people can't wrap your head around this. XRP doesn't create more, Lexi. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. XRP has a finite amount of coins, like Bitcoin. You can't create more. You can burn and reduce the amount, but you can't add more. And yes, it was an awesome airdrop, Free Nation, and the Jupiter airdrop is going to be awesome too. I encourage everyone to pay attention to Jupiter this next coming month or two. How many quant should you own for the long term? As many as possible. Not financial advice. Siberia. Everyone's trying to come out with a new layer 2. Everyone's trying to be Polygon. Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon, Base, all better than ETH. How many more layer 2s are going to come out? There's an opportunity right now for layer 2s, and people are taking advantage of it. I'm going to stick with the big boys who are going to get first step advantage and go long term. The more they build layer 2s, the more I understand that layer 1 that they're building the layer 2s for is not going anywhere. So ETH is the play, not the layer 2. Even though early investment in the layer 2 will give you initial early growth, which will render high profits. This is where understanding the market and moving money around in your portfolio becomes lucrative. It's Sir Boy Key says big facts. There you go. He knows what I'm talking about. Tanya says my content is great. Well, you know what, Tanya? I was just thinking the other day that you were great, and I didn't know how to tell all my girlfriends that I think Tanya is so great. But here we are, stuck in the situation, so just so you know, you're great. What up, Em? I see you out there. My IHodlLife community members popping out of the good woodwork. Look at you guys. I love you all. Em, that includes you too. Big respect for you. How do you research so many coins? Time spent, Ken. Time spent. How does a scientist prove anything? Time spent. Time spent. How does a builder build anything? Time spent. Time spent. If XRP goes to 1,000, says Lexi, then where's Bitcoin going? 10 billion? Well, first of all, Bitcoin has 21 million tokens. XRP has 100 billion tokens. XRP has tokenization capability on its platform, which is where all the money and value is going to come from. You're not going to tokenize $100 billion on Bitcoin. You're going to tokenize $100 billion on XRP, which means XRP would represent a $100 billion market cap or a $100 trillion market cap, not Bitcoin. Get it straight. You must go understand tokenization. Lexi, go research tokenization so you can wrap your head around what I'm talking about. Yes, XRP has been around for so long. It's been around since 2012. In fact, when it first came out in 2012, it wasn't called XRP. It was called OpenCoin, and it was produced by Jed McCaleb. And then Google invested. That's another thing that everyone in the XRP hating community needs to know that they don't know. The initial investors of XRP was Google. They weren't even XRP yet. They were called OpenCoin. And then a big-ass company like Google came along, and we know who Google is, and put all their money into XRP. And changed their name to Ripple XRP, created Ripple XRP. The number one foundation behind Ripple XRP is Google. Secretly. But you already knew that, didn't you? How much quant should I hold for the long term? As much as possible. Will a good altcoin 3 times in the next Christmas? This next 2024-2025 bull run, every altcoin will do more than 3 times. Almost every altcoin will at least 3 to 10 times. Almost all of them. Almost all of them. Is anyone paying attention yet? Does anyone realize how lucrative the crypto opportunity is in the next 24 to 36 months? Not even 36 months. 24 to 30 months. Not even that much. It's going to start April 2024 till April 2025. So we have about 18 months, 20 months maximum. In the next 20 months, financial freedom can be yours simply by acquiring digital assets. All altcoins will weigh more than 3 times over the next 18 months. Bitcoin will 10 times. Ethereum will 20 times. Altcoins will ridiculous times. We will see some altcoins doing 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. You don't believe me? Last bull run, Shiba did 40,000. The bull run before that, Dogecoin did 50,000. You think I'm crazy. Go look at the stats. You don't think an altcoin can do 5 or 10 or 20,000 when we've seen them already do 40 and 50,000 last bull runs? Just remember, Barry Mick, that market cap is a changing number. And it's possible, Board Bob, it's possible that the Jupiter airdrop has already passed, but that's probably just for their first one. They will likely be doing more. Stay paying attention. And no, Ripple Labs has not been increasing the circulation supply. All they've been doing is releasing escrow. And they have to release escrow. It's part of their contract. You've obviously not read their white paper, Lexi. It's in their contract that they have to release a certain amount from escrow on a certain basis. This is normal. And all the morons out there who think, oh, well, they sell XRP to fund their company. How else do you think they fund their company? Like, are you dumb? How else do you think they fund their company? With their money, their assets. Of course they do. Any company would. That's how companies operate. So funny, people. So ignorant. That's right, Barry. Don't listen to me. XRP will do nothing. Don't buy any XRP, Barry. You just stand on the sidelines and look back and wonder, why the hell didn't I buy any Bitcoin? Because that's what you're going to say 10 years from now about XRP. Why the hell didn't I buy any? Why was I so ignorant? Why did I have an opinion without any knowledge? Which is the most amazing thing. How many people in the crypto space have an opinion on crypto but no knowledge? How do you even generate an opinion when you don't know something? I know nothing about plumbing. I know nothing about plumbing. It's like me walking into your house and being like, oh yeah, I know what's wrong with your plumbing. I don't know anything about your plumbing. I can look at the pipes and be like, I don't even know which way the water goes, that way or this way. I don't fucking know. It was like me going into a plumbing class. And there's a guy on stage teaching about plumbing. And me jumping into the room and being like, oh, those elbow pipes, they don't have the right diameter. They're not going to be useful in the future. And I know nothing about plumbing, nothing about elbow pipes, nothing about where the future of plumbing is going. But I'm going to go to that plumbing lecture, that teaching class, and I'm going to jump in there with no knowledge whatsoever, and I'm just going to throw my opinion and think it means something. This is what people do in the crypto space. And I use the plumber as an example of how ludicrous it would be to do on something so simple like that. But crypto, for some reason, gets treated differently. Crypto, for some reason, gets viewed differently, gets perceived to be something unique when it's just another investment class. Don't tell people what you hold in your crypto portfolio. For everyone out there saying, I have this much of this much of this much of that. It's funny, Barry Mick says, you'll be sad watching the other coins go up and your holdings do nothing. It's funny, Barry Mick. It's funny that you don't know the value of XRP. Yet you obviously led on to tell me that you hold other coins. That tells me that you're a non-patience investor. That tells me that you're only buying coins that you're seeing movement on. You're not actually understanding their long-term use case. What do I think about Thor coin? It's okay. That's right. Offline QR code. You got it, Gabriel. That's why I recommend the offline SecuX QR code wallets. No, I'm not saying XRP is the coin and not Bitcoin. There's no such thing as the coin. Anyone who's narrow-minded enough to think there's only one coin is missing the big picture. XRP and Bitcoin have two completely different use cases. Comparing XRP and Bitcoin would be like comparing gold and oil. We need both. There you go. It's your boy Key. He knows. He's with me. He's picking up what I'm laying down. He gets it. Yes, Lexi, we know that they've been increasing the supply. It's in their white paper. It's part of their process. It's part of how they release their token over time to the general public. It's part of their decentralization process. How do you not know that? And yes, Kenny, in the cryptocurrency bull run, all of the cryptocurrencies are going to staircase upward. Yes. You know what, Staska? I don't know how my head doesn't explode from all the info. I'm like a sponge. I just soak it right up. Interestingly enough, I find it attainable, which is the most interesting thing about retaining information. Is retaining it is one thing, but having it applicable when you need it is another level. And I don't know why sometimes it's just there. Gala price prediction. I don't really care much for Gala, so I don't have a price prediction for you for Gala. What's my Polkadot price prediction? I don't have you a price prediction for Polkadot, but what I do have for you is some information. Polkadot is one of the layer 1 blockchains that has the biggest infrastructure built on top of it, and it has not popped off yet. We saw Ethereum go from $2 to $2,000 in a course of about a 2-year window because of all the infrastructure. Polkadot is right at that cusp. They're right at that cusp where they're going to blow up. You will see Polkadot explode over the next 3-year window. Yes, when you release tokens, you create dilution in the market. This is normal. It's not a bad thing. It's normal. And half the time it's part of their paper, which means they wrote in their white paper, in their tokenomics, when they designed their company, we have this many tokens. We're going to give this many to the founders, this many to the investors, this many will drop to the community, this much available for sale, and this much held in escrow to hold future value of our company. And we will release over time until eventually it all becomes released so we become a fully decentralized company in the community. $1 billion is nothing. That's right, crypto guy. They definitely need to research more. But, I'm not here to convince everybody. That's the truth. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to just drop the information so that those of you who are above everybody else and have the aptitude to pay attention, you are the ones who get to become part of the new 1%. Well, everyone else still runs around in circles and says, but what about, because they can't wrap their head around the opportunity. Most people remain poor because they can't recognize opportunity. They live in too much doubt. They live in too much reasons why it can't work instead of being able to see why it could. Cat girl, garbage. Shiba Inu, awesome. It's not a fake out that Bitcoin went down. It's the normal motion of the ocean. Cryptocurrency goes up and then it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes down. And even when it's going up, it goes up like this. And when it's going down, it goes down like this. Cryptocurrency doesn't move like a traditional financial market, which is why traditional investors can't wrap their head around crypto, its movements, and how it works. I don't have a Gala price prediction for the next bull run. For the last time, for everyone out there, I don't have any prediction for Gala. Fuck Gala. Gala, fuck Gala. No predictions for Gala. Go shove your Gala in your gallery. Gala price prediction. Kalash 47. Go your Gala. Sean, Ledger can't get hacked. Sean says, if Ledger can get hacked, do you think your dollars won't? Well, Ledger can't get hacked. It didn't get hacked. Ledger gave permission to open up a back door for the government to get access to your 24-word seed phrase. And then the applications Ledger connects to got hacked. Ledger didn't get hacked. Know what you're talking about, people. Where is all your cash from Bitcoins? It's in the Bitcoins. So asking where is all your cash from the Bitcoins would be like asking where's all your cash from the gold? In the gold? Yes, Matic will easily crush $1. It'll probably hit $3.50 this bull run. We are already in a little bit of a pullback. There likely won't be any more big 60 to 80% drops anymore. Those days are already behind us. It's time to accumulate. And yes, all Bitcoin wallets are open source. You can see every wallet on the Bitcoin network. No, Bitcoin is not deflationary. It has 21 million coins and it does not have a burn mechanism, so therefore it is not deflationary. Its halving capabilities are deflationary, meaning the amount of the reward you get at the halving, but the crypto coin itself is not deflationary. It does not have a burn mechanism for Bitcoin. That's so true. Steve.eth makes a really good point for Lexi. XRP has been releasing 1 billion per month from escrow in the past 12 months, this past year. Yet this past year, XRP went from 30 cents to 60 cents. It's only gone up in price. Once again, for all the morons in the back row. I don't really like Phantom very much, to be honest, Marcos. I think they're a bit of a wannabe. They're fast, but I think they're a bit of a wannabe. God bless you, Joseph, for sticking around and learning the info. XRP or HBAR? Both. Phantom and Zcash? Neither. Tell us how you really feel about Gala. Are you ready? Here I go. Screw your Gala. Go shove your Gala in your goddamn gallery and make sure it's in the back of the gallery so no one gets to actually see the Gala in your gallery because why are the executive teams going head to head? I'm just kidding. I actually, if you've been following me, you already know. I'm just tired of people reposting the same question. What about Gala? What about Gala? Like, what is it with everybody with Gala? It's crazy. Gala is not even a good cryptocurrency. It's okay. It's mediocre. It's a cryptocurrency that's working on the gaming, the media type of world, and it had one big pump that got everybody all excited about it. How can anyone be wondering about Gala and don't know who XRP is or who the ISO coins are? Like Gala is so far in the back row. I can't believe how much people are like, what about Gala? What about Gala? What about Gala? It drives me crazy, especially when people like keep reposting it like they're going to die if I don't answer their question in the next 5 minutes. What about Gala? So funny. But guys, what about Gala? Thank you. Someone thinks I'm handsome. Well, I think you're handsome. The cold wallet name is the SecuX V20. You see, Ross Warren? This is the trick behind the red and the blue pill. The trick behind the red and the blue pill is you don't take either pill. The trick behind the red and the blue pill is that left and right are both wrong. The truth behind the red and the blue pill is both are incorrect. The truth behind the red and the blue pill is it's all inside you already without the pills. Very few people understand that. Very few people think they're still choosing from left and right. The same people who go and they look at the elections and think, is he better than him? Not realizing that neither one's a good fucking choice. Yes, I like Caspa. Really, really great cryptocurrency. That's great, CC. I'm glad you now know the details. And yes, Steve, ETH is a deflationary cryptocurrency. XRP is not, but ETH is. In fact, XRP could be. XRP does actually have a burn mechanism. Bitcoin does not. But XRP is not a deflationary cryptocurrency, but it could be deflationary because they do have a burn mechanism, unlike Bitcoin. Ethereum is actually a deflationary cryptocurrency. ETH is awesome. As slow and as expensive it is for gas fees, ETH is awesome. At the same time, ETH is shit because it's slow and expensive. ETH is awesome because it's platform, it's first step advantage, where it's going in the future, all the big money that was invested in it. For all those reasons, it's awesome. One of the best savings accounts out there. Why can't someone just copy Bitcoin and call it something else? They already did. Have you heard of Dogecoin? Dogecoin is a fork of the Bitcoin blockchain. Have you heard of Bitcoin SV? A fork of the Bitcoin blockchain. And there's many of them. There's all kinds of cryptocurrencies out there that you don't know are originally forks of the Bitcoin network. In fact, XRP was originally a fork of the Bitcoin network. Or should I say, OpenCoin, who later became XRP after Google invested. Where do I get my knowledge from, user? It's just magic. I just rub crystal balls. This little pink dust comes off of it. It goes into my ears and poof, I know everything. What are you guys laughing at me for? Don't laugh at me. Actually, no, it's okay. I'm here for your entertainment. Feel free to laugh. Feel free to tap that screen. Look, we already hit 100,000. I was just about to say, did we hit 100,000 yet? We did. We hit 100,000 likes. Congratulations, IHodlLife community. You blew past 100,000 and I was just blabbering on and didn't even notice. So thanks everyone who enjoys my content for tapping the screen. Feel free to keep doing so. Will Shiba ever hit $1? That is irrelevant. What is relevant is Shiba will go up in price and owning it early will make you money. But what about Gala? ENG in the bull run is going to do really well. However, ENG was here last bull run. They also did very well. I think they did about 8 or 9 times. So I anticipate we're going to see about another 5 or 6 times from ENG, but I don't think we're going to see as big a growth from them as we might see from newer cryptos like IOs, newer cryptos like TIA, new ones that have come out that are really, really hot. Caspa, so on and so forth. More to my thoughts on Flare and Songbird. I like both of these. Songbird, I anticipate is going to have huge pump in the future. And Flare Network, I think, is going to be one of the greatest layer 1 protocols, but they're new. I think they're going to be dormant a little bit for this bull run. And next bull run, 2028, 2029, we'll see huge moves from them. Keep in mind, they just came out this 2022, 2023. They're a brand new protocol. They have lots of growth potential yet. And once again, they're the only blockchain out there, the only one that is their own built-in Oracle system, the Flare network. CC says, I'm Pinky and you're the brain. What are we doing tonight, Pinky? Same thing. No, what are we doing tonight, Brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Right? That's how it goes. I think I remember it. Robert Atlanta wants to know if we can do a sub live only about Gala. I'm so sure we're definitely not going to be doing that. Yes, I actually would have made a good rapper. Secretly, I'm actually a very good rapper. When I was a young kid, I grew up in a hip hop area, and I learned how to rap at a very young age. So I'm actually very good with linguistics, words, and rapping. I can actually freestyle like a motherfucker. Kalpomeister, I think it's ironic that you're here today. Do I have any thoughts on Viet? Yes, I think Viet is a really, really great AI protocol. They're teamed up with IBM, so I anticipate we're going to see Viet working with Stellar Lumens in the future, which is huge. Caspa is a really great cryptocurrency. And yes, I do like tacos. I think Gala is a mediocre coin. Yes, that's right. I do a lot of research. And yes, the XRP case is settled. Right now, they're just selling you a TV show. Is Doge worth buying? Yes, it is. And do I like tacos? Yes, I do. I love me some taco meat. What? I'm talking about tacos. Do I know SHX? No, sounds like Shix. What up, Tai Tai Maui? Aloha to you. What are my thoughts on XLM? XLM is one of the best cryptocurrencies out there. Do not snooze on Stellar Lumens. Port Bob says he's having fun. What about Solana and Avalanche? Some of the best new layer 1 protocols. In fact, this bull run, Solana and Avalanche, I will put in the top for some of the best performers. What are my thoughts on Pi? I mine Pi cryptocurrency myself. Feel free to hit the link in my bio, and you can mine Pi cryptocurrency with the IHodlLife community. The link is in my bio for you to do so. You can mine free cryptocurrency on your phone. Cost you nothing. What's my favorite layer 2 on ETH? Hands down Polygon. And then right after Polygon is a tie between Arbitrum and Optimism. I think both of those guys are, I think Polygon is going to do about a 10 times, and I think Arbitrum and Optimism are both going to do between a 20 to 40 times this bull run. You're welcome, Doug Cameron. Cheers, buddy. VThor is also another good one. Yes, it is, Big Dub. Rank scammed your 2K. You never got your tokens? I've never heard of Rank. Sounds like a scam site. And yes, the crypto case was settled way back in September, but then past the XRP crypto case, there was another lawsuit, which everyone was calling a Ripple lawsuit, but it wasn't. It was against Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse individually, as individuals, separate from the company. So just so you understand. Hex sucks for the last time, Richard's brother. I don't know why you keep showing up on my live and trying to promote Hex when it's trash. Like, honestly, Richard's brother, why don't you just open up your own live and tell people about Hex instead of always coming over to mine and trying like spam Hex when Hex is crap? I encourage everyone to not buy Hex because it's trash. Ali, really, really great artificial liquid intelligence, really, really great AI protocol, but they still have yet to prove themselves. Cetus is a excellent gaming protocol. They've had huge momentum this year as one of the first blockchain gaming protocols that's starting to take a lot of attention and start getting a lot of users using its platform, which is why we've seen a surge in its price. VeChain is amazing, iPepper. Demo, not interested. XTC is fantastic. Tangent Wallet, garbage. Will Luna Classic recover? Little by little, but I sold my Luna a long time ago and invested in other cryptocurrencies that weren't run by a bunch of criminals like Do Kwon. What do you mean, Gary G, man? XRP institutional investors not settled yet. I don't know what you mean by that. And no, Lex, our site doesn't show what coins our crypto holds because it's too much to list. You must understand that Ethereum alone has like 400,000 cryptocurrencies. It would be impossible to list them all. There's literally 100 new cryptos being made every day. It's impossible to list every crypto and keep up with it by the day. And no, Tangoe, the bull run has not started months ago. Are you high? We have definitely not started the bull run. We've seen some bullish activity, but we have not started a bull run, not even close. A bull run, you are 10 timesing, 20 timesing, 30 timesing your money, not seeing 10 and 12 and 15% staircase effect. That's just upward motion towards the end of the bull run. Sorry, towards the end of the bear market and into the bull run. Do I like LRC? It's okay. Tangent Wallet, garbage. Yes, on the Uphold exchange, a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies. You can go to Uphold and you can look at the list of the cryptos that they're relieving, but they're going to be releasing what they call tier 3 cryptos and almost all of their tier 4 cryptos, which is a lot of new young altcoins. Once again, get your crypto off exchanges ASAP. What do I think of KDA? I don't really like Kadena. I don't like any blockchain out there that's using a proof of work mechanism like Bitcoin and trying to reinvent Bitcoin to make Bitcoin better. Because in my opinion, these are idiots who still don't understand that Bitcoin is not supposed to have a utility. It's not supposed to be cheap and fast and make good transactions. That's not what it's meant for. That's just like gold is not meant to build things out of. Oil is. Gold is meant to store value. Bitcoin is meant to store value. Ethereum is meant to build things out of. That's why it has smart contract capability. XRP has smart contract and tokenization capability, so therefore it's like an oil. You can build out of it, build on top of it, but it's not meant as a store of value like Bitcoin is. Kadena is a proof of work blockchain that basically says, well, Bitcoin's too slow, so let's try and reinvent Bitcoin and make a better version of what Bitcoin. They're not getting it. They're not getting it's a store of value, not a utility, not an operational tool. It's a bank vault, not a screwdriver. XRP, Ethereum are screwdrivers. We do shit with them. Bitcoin's just a big square vault you put shit in. Will XRP 50 times in time? Absolutely it will. That's right, Rajan Allen, you got it right. Stay away from Hex. In fact, the founder of Hex right now is under scrutiny from a lot of legal places in the United States for scamming people and making promises that he couldn't commit to. So be very, very careful of the Hex community. Most of the Hexakin community is a bunch of young kids running around with pipe dreams that Richard Hart planted in their head. And almost all of them are down money. In fact, part of the reason why Richard Hart is in lawsuits right now is because he has lost so much money for his investments. So many young kids out there that he made all these pipe dream promises to all lost their money, and that's actually why he's in court right now, literally being labeled a scammer for ripping off all of his own investors. So I would be very cautious what you do with the Hex community. Rich says 90% of this is going over my head, but you know what, Rich? That's how you learn. You stick around, and after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sessions, it starts making sense. This piece from last piece and that piece, they all connect, and now that makes sense. This is how you pay attention. This is how you learn. I didn't learn what I know overnight. I've been at this for many, many years, and I'm still learning as I go. There's still new technology and new innovation and new changes every single day in the crypto space that I'm learning and staying on top of. It takes time and it takes effort. Nothing comes easy in life. But what about Gala? Absolutely love me some LCX. And I have looked at Siberia, but I'm not that excited about them. I would rather look at Base, the new layer 2 protocol from Coinbase, because Coinbase is not going anywhere. And I would definitely put money in Arbitrum and Optimism long before Siberia. Arbitrum and Optimism both already have some really big foundation being built on it. This bull run, both of those cryptos are going to probably at minimum do a 30 times. And yes, Nifty is way better than a Tandem or Tangem. In fact, Tangem sent us our wallets and we refused to sell them in our store because they weren't good enough for us. Literally, they weren't good enough for us. What are my thoughts on ADA? I absolutely love ADA. Never heard of Aviv, sorry. No, it's definitely not a lie about Hex. The founder is actually in legal disputes right now, and he did get legal disputes for losing all the people in his community money, and he did make a lot of promises about his crypto, and it is down like 90% this year, and it's going to continue to tank, and Pulse Chain was a complete failure on its launch. Nobody gave a fuck about photocopying Ethereum and making a duplicate. Excuse me, Richard Hart, do you not know what a fucking layer 2 is? Anyway, Pulse Chain flop, Pulse Swap flop, Hex since that time bigger flop, and some of you morons out there still are programmed enough by their founder to think that there's an opportunity there. It's crazy. There you go, 2018, XRP did 73,000%. And yes, you still get a coin with our Nifty wallets right now. And yes, the wallet is better than Ledger. Every wallet is better than Ledger. Ledger sold their soul to the devil. If you can't use Phantom, try Solflare. If I had $1,000, what coins would I buy? I wouldn't. I'd spend $200 of it and I would book a training with me, and then I would know what to do with my other $800. Elopal wallet is also a good wallet. They have also approached me and offered for me to sell them in our store, and I've considered it because I do like the Elopal wallet. I don't like that it's air gapped. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But in the same time, I turn around and tell people, don't connect your wallet. Keep it offline as much as possible, which is what air gapping does. So we may talk with Elopal in the future. I like their design. I like their big screen. I just don't like that they're air gapped. Maybe if they come out with a non-air gap version, we might talk business. What about AVAX? Avalanche, in my opinion, is going to be one of the best performers this bull run. It's going to fucking kill it. So is ICP. So is TIA. All three of those are going to kill it. Rose, it'll pump. It'll do well, but it won't be super fantastic. Bored Bob. Is Solflare safe? Yes, I use Solflare. And yes, you can download the Solflare wallet. You have to buy Solana, send it to the Solflare wallet, and then inside the Solflare wallet, you can exchange the Sol or the Solana for Bonk. And then once you have the Bonk in the wallet, you can then send it to your offline V20. Our wallets hold Solana and everything on their network, which means all SLP20 tokens, Bonk being an SLP20 token. Solana price prediction, $1,200 this bull run, $3,000 next bull run. Well, you're welcome, Joel Tequila. Thanks for coming around and sticking out and listening to my info here in the IHodlLife community. Feel free to tap that screen, show me some love. Better yet, feel free to like and follow my page. What's wrong with Ledger, says Crypto Excited? Everything. What's that? Sell my soul to the devil? Bend over, take it in the ass, and sell out all my customers for money? Okay, sure. Sounds like a good deal. That's who Ledger is. I don't give a fuck what you think, Ledger. You don't like me telling the truth? Fuck you. It breaks my heart that since I got into crypto, I looked up to Ledger. I looked up to the kings of keep your crypto safe, everyone. Self-custody, everyone. Don't let anyone have access to your crypto, everyone, just for them to go out and sell themselves out with a backdoor access. You fucking traitors. You know one thing I don't like? is traders. You want to see me stick a finger up in the air and linger it extra long? It's for a trader. There's one thing that I do not like, and it's a trader. And in my opinion, Ledger is a traitor to the crypto industry, which is why I speak poorly of them now. You go back and watch my videos a year ago, and I was praising them. How great they were, how many coins they held, how involved they were in the crypto space. And then they had to go and sell their soul. And then they came out in the cryptocurrency, oh, sorry, everyone, sorry, and they tried to backtrack as quickly as they could. You fucking traders. Okay, I'm done with my rant on Ledger. You're a bunch of traders. What gaming tokens should I look into, says Amanda. I don't necessarily recommend any gaming tokens at this point, but I do recommend paying attention to the play to earn gaming world because there's going to be a lot of opportunity there. Gaming tokens is risky right now because everybody's trying to build play to earn games. Which one's going to be the new Call of Duty, the new Assassin's Creed, the new big worldwide adopted playing platform? We don't know yet. But paying attention to the space is wise. What do I offer in my class, says Menelik. I offer a 1-hour NFT training. It's a video training one-on-one with you and me, and I teach you about NFTs. Or I offer a 2-hour cryptocurrency training. It's a one-on-one video with me for 2 hours, where I jam you full of all the information you need to navigate the crypto space. Or if you need to learn about NFTs and you don't need to learn about crypto, you're already a crypto savvy person, you just want to talk about your portfolio or pick my brain for 1 hour, then you can book a 1-hour session with me just for that purpose also. Which is the best wallet? The SecuX V20. Best wallet in the planet. Right there. SecuX V20. SecuX Victor 20. V20. Vagina 20. Do you know why I use the word vagina? Because you're not going to remember Victor. But vagina, you're going to be like, oh my God, what did he say? Marketing 101, my friend. Any new memes that I would like to mention? Yes, I would like to mention Bonk. And I would like to mention Cock, the new meme coin on the Avalanche blockchain, launched by Avalanche founders themselves. Just came out available 3 days ago on KuCoin. I don't have any thoughts on PNG. Moonbeam, I don't really like Moonbeam much. I don't invest in them. And no, I don't trade cryptocurrency. I hodl cryptocurrency. And yes, Solflare is a very good alternative to Phantom Wallet. My only beef with Solflare is Solflare doesn't take part in airdrops. So if you're looking to take part of a Jupiter airdrop, Solflare won't help you do that. I missed out on some of the Bonk airdrop because I had crypto on Solflare instead of having it over somewhere else where I could have got more of the airdrop. So on Solflare for that, but I do still use that wallet. I find it really easy to use, so I like the wallet. Tanner, in my opinion, the only thing that a ledger is good for is hitting with a hammer. Do I like ICP? Yes, I do. Maggie says she loves me. Well, Maggie, I just want you to know that I secretly love you too. Behind the scenes, I go in the closet and I write poetry to you. It won't be the last crypto cycle, Rubio, but I do understand what you're asking. With BlackRock ETF and with all this institutional adoption in the crypto space, does that mean that the volatility of the crypto space is going to disappear and we're just going to go into a J curve of adoption? And the answer is yes, but not as quickly as you think. We're still going to see 1 or 2 more crypto bull run cycles. We'll still see a bear market 2026, 2027, going into 2028. And then we'll see the 2028, 2029 bull run again. And then we'll probably see the last bear market ever, 2029, 30, 31. And then as we approach that 31, 32 window, we should already be into J-curve adoption, and we should now be adopting the technology worldwide the same way they adopted in the internet between 1993 and 1993 and 2003. Will there be another big dip before the halving? No. Stack your crypto now, the big dips are past. Uphold Vault to keep crypto safe? No. Use an offline wallet. Which cold wallet do I use? I use the V20 and it's available in my store. I sell them. Go check out my store, www.IHodlLife.com. Don't order it from my store. Order it from SecUX directly. I don't fucking care. It's the best wallet on the planet. I'm just happy you have one. Descent's a decent wallet. I have everybody's wallet. Descent me sent their wallet because they also wanted me to sell their wallet in my store, and I considered it. I like Descent's features. I like their interoperability. I just hate their screen. I just hate their screen. So here's my screen. Okay, there's the screen on my device, and there's the screen on their device. So this is your Descent wallet right here. Okay. Do you see a difference in the screen? Like, what is this thing? Like, this thing looks like a little, like, iPod from 1995 or something. That's what it looks like, one of the very first iPods. Like, this design is just trash. Great capabilities, great interoperability, but the device itself, what a piece of shit. Bring me a device like this that does everything that your device currently does, Descent, and then you will have a winning wallet. Until that time, you need to get, you know why my cell phone looks like this? Because I like to have a big screen to look at. I don't look at my cell phone when it has a screen like this. I don't look at my ledger when it has a screen like this and I got to scroll left and right just to see one fucking contract address. This is garbage design. This is like, we built a really great technology software for the program, but we forgot how to build the actual device itself. I mean, look at the difference. Like, SecUX is killing it. Elopal is close. Everybody else is way out in left field, don't know what the fuck they're doing. Quant tokens are an ERC20 token. Yes, so they send to your Ethereum address. Sorry, I can't help you with what shows or doesn't show on your Trezor. I don't recommend using a Trezor wallet. Do I like VeChain? Yes, I do like me some VeChain. Hands down, these wallets are the best for beginners. Do you know why? Because they have a big, beautiful screen. It's easy to touch. You can just press on the screen and log right in. You can just, I want to send Bitcoin or Ethereum to my wallet. I can just touch Bitcoin, my QR code. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I can just touch Bitcoin. My QR code will come up. I can now just scan it with my phone from the exchange and it sends my crypto instantly to my offline wallet. I open up the app, I scan my exchange, send it right back to the exchange. Easiest wallets in the world to use. No copy pasting addresses. Just scan, back and forth, tap. Like I said, we're very far advanced compared to everybody else's wallets out there. The new coin that's on KuCoin that just came out is called COQ, C-O-Q. And it has a picture of a rooster. Will spell recover? Probably not. And yes, it's spelled C-O-Q. You got it right, Tech Geek. Near protocol, the first carbon neutral protocol out there, a secret sleeping giant in the background. They will be a big player in the future, but they will be a quiet ninja mover in the background always. They're kept very hush-hush, the first carbon neutral blockchain. Near network. But what about Gala? The name of the device is the SecUX V20. No, sorry, Habib, you got to order the Hodler Pack Pro. Which you should. Gives you an NFT wallet, gives you a crypto wallet, and it gives you the 24-word seed phrase protection. Where is my store? It's online. www.IHodlLife.com. Link is in my bio. You can find it on any of my social media pages. There'll be a link that will take you to my store. Ron Williams, if you're having any technical problems, we do have a technical team. You can go to secuxtech.com. You can open up a ticket, and one of our technical developers will actually help you with your issue if you do have any problems operating the device. Most of the time, if you're sending crypto and you're not seeing it show up on the wallet, you just need to sync the wallet or update the wallet, and then you can see the crypto. Any comment on Doge or ICP? Two, both great cryptocurrencies to have in your portfolio. The wallet that I just showed is called the SecuX V20, SecuX V20, and it's available in my store in the Hodler Pack Pro, or you can order it directly from my manufacturer at secux.com. It's actually secuxtech.com. Ledger Stacks? What do you mean Ledger Stacks? Have you seen the Ledger Stacks? Remind you of something? All Ledger did was copy this, our W20. The new Ledger Stacks is exactly this. Look at it. And then go look at the new Ledger Stacks. They took a $380 million funding round. I was waiting for them to come out with something crazy like fucking hit your wrist and a hologram pops up. And I even said to Seco, it's like, man, we better be ready. Like $380 million funding round they just went through. They're going to come out with something amazing. And they literally came out with a copycat of our device. What the fuck? These guys are falling off the boat, bro. It's not a Ledger. It's a SecuX V20. Not all wallets are called Ledger. Ledger was just smart in naming their wallet Ledger. Ledger is the name of a company. Strange questions, some people. Where do you buy the cold wallet? In my online store. Links in my bio. What do I think of Super? I think Superverse or Superfarm is a really great protocol. They're basically a DeFi protocol that's going to be using NFTs. And I really like that because I understand where the future of NFTs is going. So I have big hopes. I shouldn't say hopes. I have big expectations from Super and other new protocols that are going to do what Super's doing, using NFTs for DeFi instead of just crypto. And yes, Katie, I said cock. Why does it say it's unsafe to open your link tree? It's just a warning. It warns you that you're going away from the app that you're currently in, and it may or may not be safe, which means they're not guaranteeing it's a safe place to go to or not. You can buy cock on KuCoin. Tau is a really great protocol. This is a really, really great AI protocol that's brand new. That's also probably going to see a good 20 or 30 times this bull run. A little bit tough to get your hands on right now. It's not available everywhere, but that's why getting in early can be lucrative. What up, Freddie? Thanks for joining in. XRP Army members. Edward said he needs some cock. Ha ha. And by that, he means the cryptocurrency. Just for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. Look at that. My battery is about to die. I need to charge. I've been live for too long. Too long. Here goes my nice sounding microphone. All right. There we go. I'm now micless. I had to because my phone is about to die. I've been live for too long. That's how I know it's time for me to cut the live. When my battery on my phone has gone from 100% to dead. And I have to drop my microphone to keep it going. That's how I know it's time to go. Urban Tech Geek says, I'm going to grab some cock and watch it grow. You guys crack me up. Yes, Barclay, the SecuX wallets are the best in the world. Good choice, Kevin. I highly encourage you guys out there in the crypto space to book the training course with me. If you're a newbie, the 2-hour training course will change your life. I swear to God it will. You don't believe me? Ask people in the cryptocurrency community here in the IHodlLife community who has taken the trading course, who has spent the money and taken the course. Ask them, don't ask me. It will be life-changing for you, especially as we approach this 2024 bull run. So many people haven't had an opportunity to see the rewards yet. They don't know how valuable the information really is yet. If you're a newbie, book the 2-hour training course. Yes, Tao is a good buy still. No, JMO, I'm not in the US, I am in Canada. But you can book it with me. It's an online video one-on-one training. And the link can be found in my bio pretty much on any of my social pages. Trezor is a mediocre wallet, but I don't really like them that much. I would really rather use, obviously, our SecUX V20, or even I would use an Elipal before I would use a Trezor. Thanks, Lipshits44. I hope that I am giving you guys the information that helps transform your lives for the better. Not financial advice, as you guys already know. I just share my crypto journey with you in hopes that it may be of your benefit. Yes, I am in Canada, Ontario specifically. Do you like Algo? Yes, I love me some Algo. I bought Algorand when it first came out. I've been buying it since it first came out. I'm still buying it. I absolutely love Algorand. Do I like IOs? Yes, I do. IOs is a brand new layer 1 protocol that came out this 2023. It actually came out in 2022, but it launched pretty much in 2023. It's brand new. It hasn't gone through a bull run yet. So there's some really, really great upside potential for IOs. Thank you, Jen. Jen was the winner of our last prize pool. She won some awesome prizes and a free crypto wallet. Congratulations, Jen. And thank you for your 2024 wishes. Right back at you. I hope you have a wonderful 2024. And yes, Bamboozle, the SecUX does hold HBAR. You can find it under EVM chains. Bonk has had a really good pullback. If you've been following along in the IHodlLife insiders inside our Discord group, you will already know that I was warning you that there's going to be a pullback because Bonk has been surging too much, too fast. But this is okay. This is not something to be afraid of. This is something to celebrate as an opportunity to acquire more. That's great. Schechter, I'm glad that you learned about Alchemy Pay in one of my lives. I'm glad that you ended up acquiring some, and it's done well for you so far. What's my thoughts on Onyx? Onyx is a sleeper, a mega giant, JP Morgan's own blockchain, XCN is the ticker symbol. We've already seen about 100% growth of them over the last month or two, and I anticipate we're going to see so much more growth from them. They're a brand new protocol, and I'll put them at an easy $3 or $4 in the next bull run. Yeah, go look at their price right now. And yes, Christy, if you want to take my training, then you can book it in my bio. So at the top of my TikTok page, there'll be a link called a Linktree link, and you'll see in there, book NFT training, book crypto training. It'll allow you to choose a time. It won't allow you to choose a time until you make the payment. It'll make you make a payment for the class and then choose a time to book it that suits you. It's done through PayPal. For anyone who doesn't have PayPal, but you want to book the training, just send me an email, Tristan@IHodlLife.com. Just email me and we'll arrange something else on a Zoom call or something. Consolidate Algo into ADA. Why would you do that, Jeff? You want both of those. The only good Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Bitcoin SV, trash. Bitcoin Gold, trash. Bitcoin Class, trash. Everything Bitcoin Extra, trash. The original Bitcoin is good. Will Decentraland recover? Of course it will. This bull run, Decentraland will easily clear $5. Last bull run, it cleared $3.50. And no, the training course is not free. You get free training here on my channel. All this information is free. You don't have to pay to tune in. For those of you who join into my subscriber-only lives, those are a $3 paid subscription. Those are paid information. But here on my public lives, the information is absolutely free for everyone. If you wish to book a 1 hour or 2 hour one-on-one training with me, oh yes, you are paying for that time, my friends. Do you have any idea how many hours of my life I would not have if I just offered that for free? Everybody would book it. And I would have no time for myself. So yes, you must pay for the training classes. But what about Gala? Do I like Corgi AI? Not really. I'd rather just buy some more Ajax or Fetch. What's my favorite dApp? My favorite dApp by far is Uniswap because it allows me access to all kinds of ERC20 tokens I can't get otherwise. What about Meti? I don't know. Don't know anything about them yet. Phantom, all hype in my opinion. They're not going to be anything like they wished they could be. I would rather just buy some Say. I'd rather buy some Ethereum. I'd rather buy some ICP over Phantom. I need to go get some water. I'll be right back. What up, kids? What is shaking, everybody? What is my choice of cold storage? SecuX V20 easily. Can Fetch touch $5? For sure it can. Viet, really great AI protocol, working with IBM. I anticipate in the future they'll work with Stellar Lumens. What do I think about Cake? I think Cake already had its day. It will still do some decent performance in the future, but it's already had its big day. And I would look at other liquidity swaps that are new, such as Radium, Jupiter, and Orca, as opposed to Cake, who's already been around for some time. And yes, I can see NXRA doing well in the next bull run, Josh. They're brand new. They came out in 2022. They haven't gone through a bull run. I anticipate a 20 times from NXRA in the bull run. Is Leash any good? I don't know yet. Leash is the rewards token on the Shibarium network or the Bone blockchain. Bone is the native gas token for the blockchain. Leash is the rewards token. And Shiba, which is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum network, is the payments token. I like Shiba best out of all three of them. What's going on with Binance? I anticipate Binance will crash in 2025. GRT is a really great cryptocurrency, Jeff. I absolutely love the graph. You're welcome, Dutch Master. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to drop the best cryptocurrency alpha. Make sure to follow my account. Make sure you guys hit the like. And when my videos pop up, please feel free to like them and drop a comment to help boost my page. My thoughts on ICP are fantastic. Everyone should have some ICP in their bag. No, the cryptos that do the best in the bear market are not the ones that do the best in the bull run. In fact, the only cryptos that do good in the bear market are cryptos that are new and haven't gone through the downward pressure of the bear market. They came out after the bull run already occurred, after the bear market was already on its down, and then they came out, so they haven't had that downward pressure. And yes, there will be a decent pump for XRP. In fact, if you look at the chart for XRP, I've never seen it look so bullish. But that doesn't mean tomorrow. That doesn't mean in 10 minutes. It means sometime in the next 6 months to a year, XRP in its chart is gathering to a point that I've never seen it look so bullish before. It's very exciting. Sea of Glass jewelry. Why do you still have that as your profile picture? Sorry, Sea of Glass. I just had to block you. We do not support terrorism on my page. Sorry. What do I think about DOT? I think that DOT is a really, really great protocol. Like I said, I think that it's gearing up for a huge bull run like it's never seen before. And yes, Aurora is a really good brand new protocol that just came out this year. Ferocity, really, really great cryptocurrency. And yes, along the way 90, I do have Arbitrum and Quant. And would I sell XRP in the bull run? No, I won't. I'll sell other cryptos in the bull run. XRP is a forever hold. XRP, you want to hold it, have as much as you can. The price of it's not relevant, because in the future you will be a lender and you will lend your XRP out and make money off of owning the asset, never relinquishing the asset. Never ever relinquish your XRP. Will Floki do well in the bull run? Probably not. Floki's crap. I shouldn't say that. They're up 200% this year already in the bear market. They could potentially still have some good, moves, but when you compare them to the other meme coins, like Floki's forgotten compared to a Bonk, compared to a Shiba, compared even to a Pepe. It's just a forgotten meme coin that never made it. I call all those guys Dogecoin wannabes. And AVAX is slowly becoming a forever hold. Yep. Would I sell Bitcoin and Ethereum in the next bull run? No. Ethereum and Bitcoin is where I put my profits when I sell other cryptos. XDC should smash this bull run with a 25 times or more. Sorry, dude head, no thoughts on XDB. CPI, not going to do good this bull run, sorry. Look at that, guys. We're at 120,000 likes already. Thank you, everybody who has been tapping the screen and showing me your love. Don't forget, we have our first IHodlLife prize to go into our new upcoming 2024 prize pool. Your very first Christmas tree ornament to represent your 2024 bull run. I have a matching one on my Christmas tree. So this 2024 Christmas, we will each have our matching rockets on our Christmas trees to represent our bull run. One lucky member in the IHodlLife community is going to win this in their prize pack. Congratulations, Jen, for winning the last prize pack, which is a bag full of goodies from the IHodlLife community. We will be starting this prize pool in January when we start our lives again on Sundays. For everyone who's new here and doesn't know, every Sunday we are live, absolutely free for the community, except for this Sunday and the next Sunday because it's Christmas Eve and New Year's. So we're done for 2023 for our lives. Today is a special, and we will resume our lives at the turn of the new year. So make sure you stick around on every Sunday in 2024 to the IHodlLife channel. And yes, I am based in Canada. The Nifty over V20. Nifty is for NFTs. V20 is for crypto. That's why you get them both in our Hodler Pack Pro. So you've got a crypto wallet, an NFT wallet, and a 24-word seed phrase protection device, which is the X seed that comes in the package. Would I sell some Quant next bull run? Maybe, depending on the profits. But I'd probably buy back in again next bull run, knowing it's an ISO coin. Engine coin will do okay this bull run. Maybe a 3 or 5 times. Our SecUX V20 only allows one cryptocurrency to be staked at this time, and it's Cardano. I don't think there's going to be a crash before the bull run, no. I think we're already seeing the dips that we're going to see. There still could be, but I don't really think we're going to see anything big and drastic. What are my comments on Demo? I think a lot of people are just hyping a new coin, and it's not that great. Yes, XLM is a forever coin. Can the new COQ cock coin do 100 times? Probably not. And yes, I do mine cryptocurrency. You can go to the link in my bio and you can mine cryptocurrency with me. The link is in there for you to download the app and mine cryptocurrency for free on your phone. IHodlLife is your referral code. What do I recommend to invest in starting from zero? I recommend you book a training course with me. The number one thing you should do before you start spending money in the crypto space is book yourself some training. Whether it's with me or whether it's with someone else, book yourself some knowledge content, some understanding content. So you go into the crypto space with knowledge, with fundamental understanding. You would never walk into a house and just start, I always use plumbing as an example. You would never just walk into someone's house and just start doing plumbing if you have no idea how to do plumbing. You've never taken a class, you've never known anything about it, you've never even so much as Googled it. Yet you're going to walk in and start fixing someone's plumbing? I think not. So why would you do that with your investment portfolio? Why would you know nothing about crypto and just go out and start buying crypto? Like, are you fucking crazy? Go educate yourself first. The number one thing you should be doing is spending time learning, researching, educating, better yet, taking a training class. Injective is probably one of the best plays this 2023. Not all coins are mineable, Maggie. Sorry, brother, I can't tell you what to buy. You have to decide that on your own. All right, guys, we're getting to the end of our live today. For anyone who has die-hard questions that they need to know, now's your time to drop it in the comments. We're going to start winding down today's live. Thank you, everyone, for tapping the screen. We hit 127,000 likes. Feel free to tap away for a few more minutes while we're closing down the live today. I appreciate everyone coming out in the IHodlLife community and hanging out with us. I appreciate all of your questions, all of your interaction. And for everyone out there spending time and energy pressing and tapping the screen, thank you so much for your likes. I appreciate it. You're welcome, Steph K. Thanks for joining with us again. Thanks for those of you who shared the live. Thanks for those of you who tapped the screen. For everybody else out there in the crypto community, for everyone else out there following along who tuned in today, thank you for joining the best Web3 community. If you've been here before, you already know the last 2 or 3 minutes of my show, I always like to remind you to go out into the world and be good people. I always like to remind you that because you're crypto investors, you are paying attention when other people are not paying attention. And for that reason, you have a higher level of paying attention. So for that reason, you have to expect more of yourself. And what do we expect more of ourselves? We expect ourselves to conduct ourselves better, to be kinder, to be more honest, to have more integrity, to do the right thing all the time, even when sometimes it hurts us, but it's still the right thing to do. It's hard to be this way. You know, I still have to this day on my Facebook page, it's been there for years. It says, if you really want to be a badass motherfucker, show your heart to everyone. And the truth behind that is it's easy to be an asshole. It's easy to be a tough guy. It's easy to be strong and forced and shielded. It's easy to be that. But it's very difficult to be kind. It's very difficult to be loving. It's very difficult to be soft. It's very difficult to be a man and show emotions in a proper way without feeling low on ourselves. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you for the hat. So this is why I encourage you to always be good people. It starts in what you think. Think good things, because it results in you saying good things, which ultimately results in you doing good things. It all begins in the mind. So clean your mind up. Clean it up with good thoughts. Clean it up, which is why I say love people around you without reason. Stop looking inside your mind for a reason to like that person, a reason to be kind to that person, a reason why that person matters. I got news for you. It's all relevant whether you have a reason or not. So go out into the world when you leave my live today and have good things going on in your head, so that you produce good words into the world and you produce good actions into the world, because this is contagious. And this makes other people want to act properly too. And I'll tell you, it's hard. For all the men out there, it's not easy to go out into the world and be kind. It's not easy to go out into the world and love people. It's easy to go out in the world and be an asshole. It's like a protective shield. So I encourage all of you who are real men out there to fight that, to challenge that, and go out into the world with integrity. Go out into the world just being good to people all around you for no fucking reason at all. And being aware of removing conditions to do things. Being aware of the fact that, oh, how I think that person looks chooses how I decide to act towards them, based on how I choose I think that person looks and how I'm going to act towards them. This is where we catch ourselves. We're aware of ourselves. And this is where knowledge changes into wisdom. When we start taking what we know and we apply it in a positive manner. This is where knowledge then grows to wisdom, when it becomes applicable. It's funny you say that, Free Nation. Free Nation says, much love, sensitive guy. And if you really knew me, I'm the opposite of sensitive. I'm about as abrasive and as harsh as it can get sometimes, which is why I understand love so clearly. Everything has a yin and a yang. Those who love the hardest have felt the deepest pains. Those who are the wisest have hurt the most. Every tribulation in your life is a great gift of knowledge, and when retained properly becomes a greater gift of wisdom. I like the V20 better than the W20, Lex. Cheers, everybody. Get out of here. Go enjoy your holiday season. It's still holiday season until we hit the turn of the new year. Think about who you want to be in the new year. Think about the type of person that you want to be in the new year. Think about the example that you want to be, the people around you that matter to you in the new year. It's very difficult to look at yourself in the mirror and heal yourself. It's difficult to look at ourselves in the mirror and admit to ourselves how shitty we are in some areas, also remembering how great we are. But I encourage all of you to look at yourself in the mirrors this 2024 and find ways to become the better you. It's different for me, and it's different for you, and it's different for the next person, how we become better. But I encourage you to find the better you inside you as we approach this 2024, and you exude that better you to the world around you. Why? Because you're a fucking boss. Because you're a fucking gangster boss who can roll around in the world and show your heart to everyone without fear. Without fear of persecution. Without fear of being called soft. Without fear of being called a little bitch. Without fear of what somebody might think of me and my manhood or my ego. Because this is being a real man. A real man doesn't run his mouth. A real man handles business. A real man doesn't talk about, oh, I keep my shit, fuck a bitch. No, a real man pays for his bitch and handles her shit. He's got it covered. A real man loves the world. A real man gives to the world. And when I say real man, I say it because I'm a man. This goes for all of you women out there too. A real woman loves the world. A real woman gives to the world. A real woman supports the man in her life. The same way the man supports a woman in his life. So male, female, whatever you choose to be, go out there and be good. In your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. To a point where it's contagious to the people around you. Why? Well, that's easy. You're better than them. Why do you have to put the effort in and not them? Well, that's easy. You're better than them. Why is it your responsibility and not theirs? Well, that's easy. You're better than them. See you later, everybody. Get out of here. Go do good things to the world. Tristan here at IHodlLife, the best Web3 community. Make sure to hit that like and follow, and make sure you're following my Twitter so you know when I'm going to go live next. Cheers, everybody. Get out of here and have a wonderful holiday season. I'll probably see you in the new year.